What's good, everyone? What's good? Yeah. I just want to make this live stream. I don't have shit to really speak about no more. I'm done making YouTube videos. I'm not going to be going live that often anymore. There's really nothing to speak about. I'm not getting paid for YouTube, so there's no reason for me to come on here anymore. If I do come on here, um, this is going to be probably not even going to come on. It's probably going to be the last live stream I do for a minute because society's getting worse. People are getting dumber, and my intentions for making this video, for making this channel, was to actually help people, but I've come to the realization that there's really no such thing as really helping people at this point in time. You can't help anyone. Everyone's like, most people are pretty much done at this point, mentally, spiritually, and physically. So there's really nothing to talk about at all. I don't take anyone really seriously anymore. I'm not speaking about people who obviously got something to bring. I'm like, when I say this, I'm just talking in general. Like, anybody that's talking about anything other than what's important is a fucking idiot. And if I have to tell you what's important, you're a fucking idiot. So I don't even have to see. This is why I say I'm not going to even explain myself. When I say what's important, I'm not going to tell you what's important. You already know what's important. I've been making videos since 2020, before that, but let's just sum it all up. 2020, fuck it, let's go back. 2017, that's when I started making videos about this spirituality shit. 18, 19, 20, 22, and before I was doing it, but recently, the last 5 6 years I've been making videos, so you already know the rundown of what the fuck my channel is. I don't have to explain shit no more. I don't gotta say shit no more. You'd already know what's important. If you don't know what's important, you're a fucking idiot. At this point, YouTube is just a fucking joke. Everything is just entertainment at this point. So, and I'm not saying don't be entertained, but don't think for 1 second that you're coming on here and you're listening to somebody talking, you're getting any information, because everybody knows what the fuck to do. Everyone says, "Oh, I'm here to wake people up. I'm here to wake people up." First of all, nigga, like, you don't even know who you're waking up. First of all, the whole lot, the lines are blurred when it comes to waking people up and people being awake. Like, there's some people, what I'm trying to say is there's people who say that they're waking people up, yet they're not even awake. And then there's people out here who are talking about information, saying that it's woke information, and it's not even woke. So the lines are like blurred when it comes to when you see people say they're waking people up, because most people, at the end of the day, even if you want to say you're waking people up, what the fuck does that mean? That means you're conveying information. You're conveying information that's going to give people an awareness. But first of all, like, what I'm saying, looking at it is like, it's too the time that we're in and the shift that we're in. What the fuck is awareness, nigga? That ain't shit right now. It's about action, because awareness is easy. I could be aware that I took a fucking shit. I could go take a shit on the stool and be like, I took a shit. It smells like shit. I see the stool in the toilet. I'm aware I took a shit. That's easy. But to actually fucking flush the fucking toilet, I can flush the toilet, but somebody who's paralyzed, they can't. So that's where action comes in. Some people can do the action, some people can't. A lot of people are handicapped, so action is where it's at right now. That's why you got all this shit in Aries right now. Like, this is why, like, life right now, for most people, like this. That's why I left my comment talking about content. People talk about they want to be fulfilled, they want to be content. Like, bitch, like, what the fuck do you? If you really knew what being fulfilled and content is, that would have been your main thing. Your main thing will be just doing what the fuck you're supposed to be doing, because people think being content, being fulfilled, is being happy, is being enjoyed. And I'm not saying that shit doesn't have joy or happiness in it, but being content and being fulfilled, the main thing for that is to keep you steady for when shit happens in life. So when you're in chaos and shit happens to you, you have something to keep you grounded. That's what it is about. So this all turns back to what I was saying about being aware. Niggas, it's easy to be aware. It's easy to be that. It's easy to know what you have to do, but actually doing it isn't. This is why you have a bunch of dumbass people on fucking social media, like thinking that they're helping people. Oh, I'm woke. We're woke. Oh, look at that. That movie's woke. Or they keep using this dumbass term woke. Like, bitch, how you gonna talk about being woke when you still asleep? And then people actually, like, it's like everything is just so reversed and it's fucked up. Like, you even have people out here, like, I was watching this video and somebody was complaining about how rich people or successful people, how they always like they want to have work-life balance. And somebody was like, they were like, the rich person, the successful person was saying, there needs to be no work-life balance. And then you have the person who's like a regular person who works at fucking Walmart stocking goddamn shelves talking about how, oh, we need work-life balance. And then they're arguing about how that's the reason why most people aren't successful, because they want to have a work-life balance. And I'm looking at it from like, why does any of that shit matters? If you want to be a fucking bum and work at Walmart and complain on YouTube that why your life sucks, and you want to have work-life balance and you want to have fun all the time, but then complain your life sucks, then you have every right to do that. But if you're the other person and you want to sit there and work all day and that brings you success, then you have a right to do that. Once you start going back and forth, that shit's just fucking retarded. Because why are you going to explain to a fucking retard who works at Walmart that the reason you work at Walmart and your life fucking sucks is because you want to do certain things, you want to do A, B, and C, and then expect these results? And why should you have to explain that? And you even trying to explain it and talk about it and debate, it just shows how retarded this whole shit is. So pretty much everybody you see on YouTube that's talking about bullshit, they're doing it for a check. That's it. Because the moment that YouTube demonetizes them, they're going to have to stop talking about it because everything's getting raised in price and rent's going up and everyone needs to make money because I guess people like money and they want to live, they want to live luxurious because that's how you, I guess that's the game that they want to play. So once they demonetize them, they're not going to talk about that. So you guys got to understand that the only reason everybody's even talking about the shit they're talking about is to get paid and get money. The moment like shit starts happening and people start losing their work and reality hits them, or they get demonetized from like the Jewish people because they don't want to like entertain that bullshit no more and pay them the money, then you're going to see they're not going to talk about this shit anymore. They're only going to talk about whatever that's going to get them paid, because everybody's only speaking. Nobody really gives a fuck about anything they're talking about. All these dumbass niggas talk about MGTOW, all these dumbass people talking about whatever they're talking about it so they can get paid, or they're trying to get paid. They don't give a shit about any of that shit deep down. Even if they think consciously they do, society and reality never lies. So you can think that fire doesn't burn you, but if you put your hand in fire, it's gonna burn you. And then you can believe that it doesn't, but the pain is gonna make you stop. So people don't really give a fuck what they're talking about, but they do. But once reality hits them, then they're not. This is why they have to this is why they're paying people money on social media so they can talk about shit that's not fucking important. That's the only reason. So always keep that in mind when you see a lot of these dumbass channels talking about useless, stupid shit that means nothing. Because right now there's literally nothing important. Like all you hear is people talking about fucking Trump, talking about fucking just stupid shit that's not fucking important. And I'm looking at it like, okay, what's the solution? And then they'd be like, well, what's your solution? Bitch, I don't give a fuck. I ain't trying to make no solution. Who the fuck said I got to make a solution? The way you're talking, you're trying to, it seems like you want a solution because the way you're talking is that there's a problem. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, people are talking about like it's a problem and they don't have a solution. And I'm looking at like, what's your solution? You sound like a fucking babbling idiot. What's your solution? I don't need to have a solution because I don't give a fuck about the shit you're talking about. I don't talk about that shit on my channel. I don't give a fuck what Trump's doing. You care. So what's your solution? If you don't have a solution, then you must be a bot, you must be a retard, or you must be getting paid. And getting paid and being a retard, you could put that synonymous with each other because you got to be retarded, like to be that desperate for some money. You got to be fucking retarded to be that desperate for some fucking money to to want to do that. And it's like, I'm glad my desires aren't that much. I'm glad I hate a lot of shit. I don't like a lot of shit. I'm picky as fuck. I don't like a lot of food. I don't like a lot of things. I don't like movies. I don't like shit really. So that's why I'm lucky that I'm fortunate. I'm very picky. I don't like a lot of shit. So I don't have that much desires. But a lot of people, they have a lot of desires. They need to go and have the latest shit, the newest shit. They like a lot of food. They like a lot of different selections of shit. I don't like that. So I don't really need. But a lot of people, they have those desires. So they're in hell more because they have more desires. So they're in hell. So I'm glad I don't need a lot of that. But a lot of people, they need all that shit. So they're desperate to go and get their next check and to do things because they're more of an amateur spirit. So they need the latest designer shit because that intrigues them. This bullshit ass matrix intrigues them. They're not really on a higher level where actually doing the work and getting where you got to go intrigues them. And even then, I'm not going to sit there in front like I like to do all this shit. I don't fucking like to do any of this shit really, but I have to fucking do it, to be honest. I have to do it. Like sometimes this spiritual shit, like I don't fucking like it. And if you around me and you talking too much spiritual and there's no action to back it up, I'm gonna cuss you the fuck out. Like, because if we're gonna talk about spirituality, it has to be something from it. Don't talk to me about no chakras unless we about to use the chakras to go make some moves and make some energy or make something happen. It doesn't have to be just money, but if there's nothing about that and you just want to talk to me like it's a hobby, get the fuck away from me. Don't talk to me about that shit. Do you like me talking about how to fucking operate the forklift when you're at home and you just got off work for fucking working 12-hour shifts? No, you don't. You don't like talking about it. But if somebody told you, yeah, let's talk about a forklift because we're gonna make our own forklift business so we can sell forklifts and become successful, or we're gonna create a different forklift where the forklift operates itself. So we don't. Then let's talk about it. But if you want to talk about it because you think it's the cool fucking thing to do, because you see a bunch of these stupid conscious niggers on here who the reason they're talking about it is to get a check. So you got to keep that in mind. They're getting paid to do it. But you getting tied up into that shit, and it's like, what's the point? What's it leading? It's not leading to fucking nowhere. That's how and this is not just with spiritual, that's with everything. A bunch of fucking faggot ass MGTOW niggas. All they do is talk about how bitches this, bitches that. Like, first of all, it's like, nigga, like, this is the internet. And what I see in reality, none of this shit on the internet I see in reality. I see people doing the opposite of this. That's why when I be on the internet so much, I be kind of thinking this is reality. Then when I go into reality, I be confused, be like, why? How the fuck did people, like, this one nigga was like, how are people have money to spend? The economy is bad and prices are up. And I went to Costco and I see people with baskets. Where are they getting their money? They're living off credit cards. They must be getting this. They're like, shut the fuck up, bitch. They print the fucking money. How could there be something that's printed from fucking thin air and there'll be a shortage of it? If there's a shortage of it, you idiot, that means it's orchestrated. It's fake. It's not real. That means it's some type of agenda or narrative where the people who control the money, they want the economy to be down, so they're doing things to make it down. But there's always going to be people who have money within the system who are operators in the system, who are like the people who are like the financialists who are into the markets, investment. They always have money because they print the money. So there's obviously always going to be people with wealth. There's obviously going to be people with working jobs and shit, dumbass, because they have to keep society at a certain level. There's a bunch of all these Masons and these Jewish faggots, they got addictions and habits. Why the fuck would they crash a system where they can't cater to their addictions and habits that the slaves provide for them? Dumbass. So it doesn't make sense. Oh, how do people have money? Bitch, it's a fucking orchestrated system, dummy. It's obviously going to operate. And if it's down bad or the economy looks like it's down, that's because they want it to be down for whatever reason they fucking wanted to keep people more stressed out and whatever the fuck it is. Like all this shit is all fake and shit. Like you got just dumbass shit, man. And like it's just this is why I hate fucking people so much. And like I see all these dumbass people, and like I don't even want to really get into this shit because it's all retarded. And like I said, I'm not explaining myself to anybody no more. But like this shit is fucking retarded. I'm literally tired of this fucking society, to be honest. That's why I gotta just stay the fuck away. That's why like I don't even like to fuck around, like hang around with people at all, or deal with anybody, because like I'm not saying I'm gonna do something crazy, because I'm far from doing that. Because I'm not gonna let a stupid dumbass bot drag me to that hell where I'm gonna end up having to snap somebody's fucking neck in half. I'm not like that, and I'm nowhere near that. Even though you guys see me act like this, my anger is far from that. But like I can understand and I can see why people like can go down that route. because they're fucking stupid and their spirit doesn't know. So they're amateur. So they probably, because me, I made mistakes long time ago, way longer time ago. So I won't make that mistake again, because I've been through situations where I've done crazy shit in past lives, and I had to pay for that, and I came out of that. So I've learned all that shit. That's why I have fucking a lot of knowledge and shit, because I've done a lot of shit and I've been through a lot of hell. So I've gotten out of that shit. So I'm not gonna do that shit again. But all these dumbass amateur spirits, I could see like me being in that situation long fucking time ago, past lives. Like, okay, I seen that shit. I'm not doing that shit. So, but I can kind of see, but like I said, like that's one reason, if I were to say, I have my channel to help people who want to be helped. So you guys who haven't been through that path and been through that shit, you don't have to go through that shit. And I'm not trying to wake nobody up. If anything, anybody you have to find my channel, and you have to be awoken to my channel for it to be legit. I'm not looking for anyone, to be honest. Because most people, like, and then like it's a thing, and even when people, they see your channel, they think you're supposed to be like, don't think I'm supposed to be a certain way. I will let you down, because one way I may not be feeling like this, one way, who knows, I may be fucking do whatever. Like I'm not, I don't think I'm somebody I'm not. Just take the fucking message and move the fuck on. That's one thing I'm doing. I take the message, I move the fuck on. Like, you'll see all these bum ass niggas like, oh, all these like what I was saying about the financialist people. They're like, oh, these financial gurus, they think that you're supposed to just work and do this and do that and do this and do that. And we should have fun. We should have this. We should have that. And I'm like, why don't you just take the information and stop being so biased? Have fun and do your thing. But at the same time, take whatever that you can. If you want to live your life, because both sides, okay, I agree with, but for you to sit there and say you want to just be lazy all day and not do shit and still expect the same lifestyle as a person who's on that level. And I'm not saying life is about money, because it isn't. But if you want to be in that world, you got to make sacrifices. And there's good and bad in each world. Take what you can and tailor it to your needs. But you got all these motherfuckers like in a situation where they're look at these people. They're doing this, they're doing that. And it's like, bitch, you don't even know what this person does behind closed doors. You don't know anything this person does. Like, they'll sit there and see somebody out there, like, they're like, oh, this guy, he's a millionaire and he fucking has fun and he does this. That's what I see. Like, he does this. He doesn't sit there and do that. So, and I'm like, dude, first of all, look in the mirror. Are you a millionaire? Are you doing that? No, you're not. Secondly, are you with this guy 24/7? No, you're not. So, bitch, how are you gonna sit there and assume that? So you have people that they watch all these YouTube videos, because, like I said, people are so miserable and they don't know themselves, so they watch all these dumbass YouTube videos, and it consoles them to be stuck in their own bullshit existence. So, like, this is why you'll see a lot of channels that'll say, like, let's just say there's a famous YouTuber or a famous celebrity. Let's just say his name is fucking Shithead, and Shithead is like a celebrity YouTuber. There'll be another YouTuber saying, Shithead's career is over. He's gonna fail. And it'll get a lot of views. And then you'll be thinking like, this celebrity's going broke, or this celebrity's going that. But it's like, all that shit is bot algorithm shit, because they have to keep people clicking and viewing. And the average person, their life is miserable. So they want to see other content creators and other celebrities fail. Even though I don't like a lot of these motherfuckers, I can give a fuck if they succeed or fail, because I'm doing my own thing. But a lot of these people, they have to watch, they have to keep the attention of a lot, because you got to understand, over 95% of people, their life is unfulfilling as shit, and they're not happy with their existence. 95% of people in this world, higher than that. So they're going to be gravitated to more negative shit. That's why it gets pushed in the algorithm. So that's why when you see videos, oh, this person failed, this person did this, that's not reality. Like, they'll say this person's going broke, but yet this person has more wealth than like 89% of people. You complain about fucking this nigga in the office raising a carton of eggs, the price of eggs, while this nigga not even complaining, but yet he's somehow going broke and has all this. So it's all catered to this people just miserable in life. Like, people are just sad, they're miserable, and then they have to click. So it gets a lot of views, and a lot of those views are fake. So you'll be thinking that, oh, this is reality. This person's careers of this person, but yet next year's gonna come by, the following year's gonna go by, 2 years went by, the person's still in the same fucking position, whereas that other person who made the video and the people watching it, their position's getting even worse, because it's all like a fake ass synthetic world. It's not real. And even if you look at it, You're only going to watch what you want to watch. Are you going to watch shit about Barbie and Ken dolls? No, you're not, because you're not interested in it. So if you're not interested in Barbie and Ken dolls, you're not going to click those YouTube videos, but you're only going to click videos you want to watch. So if you see a celebrity that's failing, or this person going broke, or you watch some negative news and it has 10,000 views and all the comments say A, B, and C, that's because those people, that's on their mind. They're miserable, so they want to see somebody suffer. So they're going to click it, obviously. Doesn't mean that's reality. That's just everybody, just like you don't like punk rock music, but you could go watch a punk rock, you could go see a punk rock video, have 1 million views. 1 million views of people who like that shit. That's not the whole world. There's fucking world music, there's polka music, reggae, and those get millions of fucking views. So this is what you got to understand. It's all this whole internet shit is all fucking fake. It's all bullshit. And it gets me, it annoys me, because you see these motherfuckers, like, they actually think it's reality. And in a way, it's like a therapy. It's like a cope, because people are so miserable and unsatisfied with their lives that they have to watch these fucking videos and entertain it. And the algorithm they put, this is why when you have a successful story, it gets less views than if you complain about how miserable your life is. That's why it's so cool. Like, I remember back in the day, like when I was in high school, I'm not even that old, really. Like, I was back in high school in 08, 09 and shit, 07. So fucking, I remember, like, if you had a problem in life or you had issues, then we had like MySpace and shit. You did not put your business on MySpace. Like, you didn't. If you had an issue, you didn't put on MySpace. But nowadays, like, what we got going on is, you, if your life is shit, because people will clown the fuck out of you, make fun of you, you wouldn't want to do it. Nowadays, like, everybody, there's so many people whose lives are miserable, and so many people who can relate with having a bum ass, pathetic, non-existent life, that you can do that and it seems cool. Not because it's an acceptance of it, it's because there's so many people that outweigh the people that are successful, so many miserable people that outweigh people that are successful, that it's easy to relate on being miserable. So when you're successful, people want to tear you down and try to create a scandal, like they did that Young Pharaoh, and they did Nature Boy and all these other people. Regardless, say I agree with everything that they fucking did, but the thing is, like, these people were doing more than the average person who works at fucking Walmart stocking shelves, watching a bunch of shitty ass videos on YouTube, complaining about their miserable life while not doing shit about it. You're not gonna tell me that Nature Boy wasn't doing more than them bum ass niggas, but yet they have everything negative to say about Nature Boy. Get the fuck out of here. This is why I say, like, the people that are miserable and have a non-existent life, they outnumber the people who are actually successful, who want to actually do work. So now you can come on YouTube and bitch and complain about your life, and it seems like it's like the cool thing to do, but it's really that it's not. It's just everybody's a fucking failure. So it seems like it's a cool thing to do. So that's why I say don't get caught up in that, because the world right now is at a state where it's like these planets and these shifts is to a point where it's like it's done. Like, it's really no more room. Like, it's the universe and the energies right now. I'm not just making this shit up. This is literally the shift that we're in right now is not giving nobody no more sympathy at this point. Like, right now, because this is like the last year. This is the last year. So it's kind of teetering where you don't get sympathy and it's done. You guys can see it already. Time and space is all collapsing. Yeah, the time is speeding up and space is getting more condensed. If you travel and if you walk down the street, it's quicker to get to a space because space and time is connected. So everything is changing and it's kind of teetering right now. So in the next couple years, probably like next year and the year after, is going to be like solidified, and you're gonna start seeing it's gonna get a lot more. That's why you're seeing a lot of shit going on. Like, you see what it is. Like, everything is changing and shit. Like, you guys can feel this fucking shit because it's at a time where it's really no more games right now. So a lot of people, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening come next year. And I can see it in my life too. Like, the shit I gotta, like, that's why, like, I gotta get some shit like down a situation. That's why I'm done really with this YouTube shit, because it's really not bringing me anything and it's a waste of my fucking time. And the more and more I'm on social media, like, the more and more I can kind of see, like, it does fuck with your mental health. Like, it does fuck. That's why I don't like being on it, because it fucks with my mental health, and it makes me have a certain cynical attitude towards individuals, which I don't need. So that's why certain videos I just do not watch, because it makes me have like a lot of hatred. And I don't know if the Jewish people are doing that on purpose. It's like some psychology, but like this, like certain videos I cannot watch because it gives me so like have a lot of anger and hatred for certain things, and like I don't need that in my life. So that's why I don't recommend a lot of videos on my timeline, because if I see something that irritates me, I don't watch. Just like even in real life, when I see people I walk by, I can pick up on energy. And like so many people have a piece of shit energy. And like sometimes I just want to cuss them out or do something disrespectful, but I can't do that. It's not right. And that's why I just stay away from people. Like I'll see people, and when I see people, like most of the people I see have negative energy. And but there are some, I'm not gonna say everybody, but most people have negative energy. And like when I see that shit, I can just tell like this person is, you could tell like they spend a lot of time on social media because of how they are and the mental illness, because this shit is creating a certain type of mental illness on people. This is why society's getting dumber. Like this is why you even got this stupid fucking AI shit. Like I showed you guys the video of that AI video of that what's that spiritual soul. You see his mouth was moving because the AI that these fucking whatever you want to call them, these Jewish fucks, the people who run this shit, they got their technology is always more advanced than the technology they give you. So their fucking AI is like to the point where it looks like what I'm talking right now. Like they can make a video and it looks real, and you really can't tell unless it glitches. Like you seen the fucking Soul Illuminati one, when you seen him glitch. Check out my shorts. His shit was glitching, and it looked like a real video, but it wasn't. So this is what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of AI fucking shit out there as well. Like I could see it. Like I could just see the energy of some of the videos. Like you won't be able to tell if you don't know, but like you were able to tell because they fucked up. I don't know if they did that on purpose or whatever, but they glitched his fucking mouth and he just kept moving his shit. But it looked like a real video. So there's a lot of that shit that's going on here as well, and this shit is crazy. That whole AI shit is fucking demonic. There's no point of AI. I on my video, remember I told you niggas that, oh, AI is a good thing because it can help us do. No, it's all bullshit. I don't, even if you want to say, oh, it can help us work so we don't have to work hard. All bullshit. You don't need it. Because think about it. Anything that you want to say AI can help you with, you got to understand what. Okay, if you say AI can help you with A, that means A is a problem. Who created that problem? So anything AI can help you with, that's it. That means there's a problem. So therefore you need AI. But who created that problem? That's a fake problem. That problem is not authentic. It's not a real, universal, worldly, spiritual problem. It's a problem created by a man-made system. So they create the problem and the solution. Remember we tell you the problem, solution, the problem, they create the issue, and then the solution, AI. So you might want to say, oh, AI can help us not work and replace jobs. But first of all, who's to say anything's bad with fucking working? And it's not the work that's the problem. It's the work. If you guys get what I'm saying. Like, let me give you an example. Like if you worked at your dad's fucking bakery and your dad's bakery was bringing in $100 million a year, are you gonna still complain as if you were working at fucking Panera Bread making $15 an hour? No, you're not, because your dad's making $100 million a fucking year, and you're gonna get a piece of that stake in that business. So it's okay to work. So, but there's an end goal to it. The end goal is eventually you're gonna get a stake of that $100 million investment, and then, so that's not bad work. So, but the reason you hate work is because you working at these stupid shitty ass fucking Panera Bread with there's no end goal. It's the same, and you have to go there and you got to walk on eggshells and you got to like perform and you got to act like they're doing you a favor, even though they're draining your fucking energy, and the business will go bankrupt without you. You got to act like they're doing you a favor or you'll get fired. So it's that's the problem. Like that's the issue. So if you think about it, it's supposed to lead, even if you work somewhere, it's supposed to lead to an end goal. A lot of this shit, and most of it, and if you want to take it even deeper, who the fuck said you even need to eat bread? A lot of these dumbass fucking jobs are useless. Oh, you work at a video game company. Who the fuck said you need to play video games? Not everyone likes video games. Some people could live their whole life. Some people live their whole life not playing games. Hundreds of years ago, they lived their whole life. There's civilizations hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, they were more advanced and they didn't even have the technology we had, but they were more advanced. They were doing way more shit. they had technology, or they had different types of technology, and they were able to do more with their bodies and shit than what the fuck we were doing, and they didn't need all that shit. So everything in society is fake, it's man-made. Oh, we need this, we need that, we need to drive a car. Why the fuck you need to drive a fucking car? Who said you human beings can't fly? If you're ready to tap into your shit and really raise the energy the way it's supposed to, maybe we can fucking fly to certain places. We won't need no fucking vehicle, or maybe we won't even need the fact that you need to drive. Because when you even look at a car, the only reason cars exist is so this commercial system can exist. That's why when you drive a car, you're not driving a car for fun, or you need to go here. You're driving a car for money, so you can go to your job and work, so the goods can get transported, the gas can get transported, so they can make money off the gas. So then therefore the truck can have gas and ship the food, so the people can eat. And even that whole food matrix, that's a whole fucking matrix. They train you to eat. I'm not saying human beings are supposed to eat, but the fact that you eat 3 times a day, you eat every day, you always crave food, that's a trained behavior. Who said you got to eat that much? Who said you can't just eat once a week or just eat whenever you feel like it? But that's a trained behavior. That's why they have baby food. That's why they have a kids meal, because a baby can't eat a fucking steak, because you're training the fucking baby. The baby has to be trained to eat. Even when the nigga gets in the hood, gets shot in the neck, they have to, and he gets paralyzed, they have to teach him how to eat. It's not a natural thing. So obviously that's something that's fucking, it's constructed. They have baby food. They got to teach you how to fucking eat when you get paralyzed or you have certain injuries. So obviously that's a learned behavior from birth. I can even go on about other shit too, like how even when you go on a long extended fast, they tell you can't just eat a bunch of heavy food. You got to like eat fucking liquids and then fruits. Like you go on a 30, 40-day fast, you eat some heavy shit. Like me, I went on a 43-day fast 2 years ago. I went on a 20-day fast before. I ate some heavy shit. That shit hurts your fucking stomach. You can't even eat the food all the way because you got to train yourself to eat. So all of this shit is all fucking learned behavior. So once you look even deeper, a lot of this shit you don't fucking need. A lot of shit they say AI can do. Like what can AI do? It can make a video, or I can make a fake YouTube video of an AI talking, and I can, for what? So you get monetized for what? So you can be in their system that was man-made and synthetic and fake. It's not real. So all of this AI shit is all, it's to fix a problem that was man-made, created, that's not even important. It's not like it's actual, because that's why don't get lost in that shit. Oh, it can help me do this. But yeah, it can help you do it. But why do you have that problem? Because somebody made it up. Because that's not even how you think human life is supposed to be, is not like this. Well, I don't want to say it's not like it. It could be anything, but this is just one way of human life. It's just like you go into the movie theater and you just watch romance movies, never knowing that there's action, there's fucking thriller, there's horror, but you just all for 80 years of your whole life, you just thought it was romance movies. Like that's the same with the fucking AI shit. Like you think it's only one way to live life, or that's the same with the way this society is. You think this is the only way to live life? Wake up, go to work, come home, play a game, get a phone, like go on your phone, scroll. That's just one way of life that they created. The Jews created, and they created it so they can control, so they can put you in a box. They can control everything. You live in a house that looks like this and has this, and you wake up in the morning, you go to the movies, you go to do this, and you go, like all that shit is just one out of nearly infinite ways of living within this human body, if you think about it. So it's like all that shit that they talk about, oh, AI this, AI that, is gonna help. No, fuck AI. That's stupid ass, weak ass shit. That shit's fucking retarded. That shit's fucking retarded as fuck. And there's like a lot of shit I want to talk about, but like I said, I'm not using this channel to entertain any more bullshit. Like there's something I was gonna talk to you guys about, but like I said, I'm not entertaining any more bullshit anymore on this channel. I don't even want to even bring that up because I don't even want to entertain it because it's so not important, and I don't want to even talk about it, so I'm not gonna even bring it up. I might bring it up a little later, but like as of right now, I don't even want to even get into that shit because it's so not fucking important. It's fucking stupid for me to even bring it up. It's like there's no I'll feel stupid even bringing that shit up. So I'm not even gonna bring that shit up at all. That's just fucking retarded. But like it has something to do with the AI shit, and like I said, like it's fucking stupid. Look at it like this: all these niggas that are promoting this AI shit, that are like regular people. I'm not talking about like these fucking like these feds who are like because they're obviously controlling the shit, and it's their shit that they made up. So I'm talking about the people who are like regular people who think that they can have success from it. Where are they? And like they're like, oh, I'm gonna use AI. It's gonna help. It's innovative. It's gonna help me do this, do that. Nigga, if it ain't helping you create your own system, create your own world, and even like even if you look at it, like people talk about, oh, I want to create my own AI, or I want to use AI or whatever, or they'll say I have my own AI bots. But when people say that, it's not like people are creating their own artificial intelligence, their own way. Because even when you are using AI, it's capped. It's not like it doesn't have all, like you can ask the AI, should I wear a corona mask, and it will tell you based on the CDC you should wear the mask. So it's like, bitch, that don't make no fucking sense, because if you artificial intelligent, then why would you tell me wear CDC? But if I go in real life and ask a human being, which that shit's trying to mimic, some human beings will say go wear a fucking mask because of CDC. Some people will tell me you're a fucking retard if you wear a mask. That shit is an agenda and a narrative. But why does the AI always tell you to like go to the doctor? It'll tell you some shit a fucking dumbass nigga in a suit will tell you at a fucking hospital care, or a fucking dumbass retarded ass convention that's full of bullshit. Like they'll tell you the same shit that they will tell you. Like I don't give a like. That's how you could tell it's fake. It's not real. It's a synthetic. So whoever's creating that shit, they're creating it based upon what they want it to be. Like you, even certain things you can't even like ask it. Like it'll be like how to commit a crime. It won't even tell you, or it'll tell you a stupid ass way to commit a crime that's gonna get you caught. It's not gonna tell you some shit like some fucking cartel kingpin or some elaborate scammer knows about, because first of all, he only knows about it. If everybody knew about it, then they're not gonna tell you. Even the FBI, there's certain scams and money and glitches within the financial system and certain scams that the FBI and CIA know that they don't tell you about. They'll tell you about the simple ones, and they'll put on the news, oh, we got this but they're not gonna. So there's elaborate schemes that happen on a daily basis, on a yearly basis, that the FBI, CIA, they don't even talk about, because they don't want to give people ideas, because if too many people knew about it, it's like a glitch, it's like a cheat code. So they said, okay, once we get it under control, then we'll tell people. But sir, just because you don't see it on just because you see it on CNN doesn't mean that's it. There's certain shit they don't show you on Fox, CNN, and on the news that are scams, and certain things that happen on a regular basis within this matrix that happen that they don't tell you about, because they don't want to bring certain awareness to certain things to the public. So if AI is so smart, why can't it tell you those things that they haven't told you? It only tells you what's already been told. So it's not like you're talking to a real thing. That's why I can say it's fake, it's synthetic, because it's not going to go that deep. They're not going to have the AI talk about the secret glitches that the FBI and CIA are keeping from the masses that this individual got arrested for last week, but you never heard about the story because it wasn't on the news, because the scam that he got arrested for was such a good ass elaborate glitch that if they can't have nobody know about it. But they know about it, and they create the AI. But why doesn't the AI that they created tell you it? Because they create the AI. So that's what the AI ain't shit, really. I'm telling you, it ain't shit. Because there's so much information that AI doesn't even disclose and tell you about beyond. It only tells you about shit that's not important. How to fucking fix flambe. Some stupid shit. How to fucking like wash your fucking ass with a goddamn sponge, so the sponge doesn't smell like shit. Like, oh, this is a hack. It's a TikTok hack. How to wipe your ass and not have the tissue smell like shit. You have to first spray some cinnamon fucking spray on the thing, and then you got to put a cologne, and then they'll tell you dumbass shit like that, but then they won't tell you no real shit, because that's what they can tell you. It's all fake. All fake. So you know another man or woman or some bitch fucking making that shit. This is crazy. And you notice how they don't tell you how to create your own AI? They'll tell you you can create your own AI video. You can create your own, you can have AI bots, but they never tell you how to literally create your own with your own awareness, intelligence in it. They'll never it never gets that deep, or they don't tell you how they created it. You never know. It's like, how did they create this? Like, what are the things that create? There's some ways they create. Like even when they create the AI, they do kind of tell you a little bit. But when they create this shit, they have to get people, real people. This is why I say the AI is retarded, because they get they get real people. Like, for example, if they want an AI to recognize that this shirt is red, when they part of the way they build the AI is they have to have a real person actually look at a red shirt and say this is red, and then it feeds it to the system. So they actually use real people to make AI. So that's another way you can tell it's capped, it's retarded, it's bullshit, because it's only as intelligent as the person who's making it. So if you got a bunch of stupid ass niggas who are immigrants who are making this shit, and so they're gonna tell you, oh, this is that, but it's not gonna tell you no deep. That's why it can never tell you no deep esoteric spiritual shit. It can't tell you nothing that's gonna actually help you personally, or nothing compared to like a human being. Like, there's certain people that you can speak to that can tell you and help you more than that shit. Let me read some of these comments. But just be careful about that shit. Cause I saw this one nigga, like, he's all talking about how he's gonna make a fake AI. He's gonna make an AI faceless channel. Like, that's a good fucking thing. I don't even think you can even make a fucking AI faceless channel and that shit go viral unless you're a fucking federal agent. Like, what the fuck you gonna talk about? Like, you're not even talking about anything on the channel. Like, you just fucking, like, all you're doing is sitting, getting your lazy ass, putting a fucking voiceover, and then it's just talking about this. Pretty much, it's just reading from a teleprompter script from Google and from the internet of just bullshit, and you're just translating it into a video. It's not like it's real authentic information. So it's like you're not even doing shit, and you think you can make a YouTube video or a YouTube channel that's gonna be real. Like, people aren't gonna fuck with that shit. No one's gonna watch that fucking shit. And if it gets views, those are fake views. It's not real. Anybody who's real is not gonna watch that shit, because you're gonna be like this shit. You're gonna know, once you know it's AI, you're gonna be like, this is fucking retarded. I'm not watching this shit. Like, there's so many videos. Like, I click the thumbnail, and then once I see it's AI, I click off that shit. I'm like, I'm not watching this. So they get a view, but their watch time is low because I don't even watch this shit. So they probably get a lot of views, but once people realize it's an AI video, they're like, okay, I'm not watching this shit no more. So you can't wake up anyone. Yeah, you can't wake up anyone. Everyone's a fucking idiot, or most people are a fucking idiot. What the fuck is this? Okay, why the fuck did StreamYard change this shit, man? Every time I come up on StreamYard, they're always changing some shit. Like, I want to show this comment. I gotta click the comment, and I gotta click show on stage. Why the fuck I gotta do that? Gotta do extra work now. Fucking retarded. I'm just not even gonna show shit on stage. I'm not doing that extra fucking work. Fucking stupid as fuck. At least give you like, they change a whole bunch of shit, which, okay, I get they want to change it, but they should give you an option within settings to revert it back to the original blueprint, so you can do it how it was. And if you want to use the new shit, then you can use it. Like, at least give you a choice. But they make it where you're forced to do this shit. Like, it's fucking dumb. It's like you got a bunch of fucking retards running these fucking the programming for these apps. It's like, if this is it took you all the way now. StreamYard's platform's been here for years. You've seen StreamYard with this ugly ass fucking duck in the corner for how many years? It took you till 2025 to fucking change a setting. Like, you didn't, your stupid ass niggas couldn't do it before, or like, what made you want to just change it now? I think sometimes they be changing it just to fuck people up. This is fucking retarded. They do it just like to annoy people, I feel. Like, well, Chauncey, what's good? What's good with it? Yeah, good to see you live. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the room. He said AI would literally be the only thing good. Not everyone built to work. If you really look at it, I wouldn't even say AI is built to make it where people work. AI ain't good for shit. Because even when you look at like this whole concept, like, most of this shit, all the work that you see, like human beings are just in a fucked up position. Like, because if you want to talk about like 98% of the jobs out here are useless or pointless. And most of the jobs, the only reason they exist is because of the consciousness of society. So like, if people weren't fat asses, then Hostess would not be a company. Pepsi wouldn't be a company. So you wouldn't need people working there because nobody's a fucking fat ass who fills a fat ass gut with groceries every goddamn day. Because ain't nobody eating that shit. So goodbye Coca-Cola company, that retarded ass, disgusting ass fucking shit. Goodbye Hostess and all these other fucking snacks places that we don't fucking need. So a lot of these, and it goes even deeper. Like even when we watch the gaming, the whole video game, 98% of people who play video games, they're playing because they're stagnated in life. They have nothing else to fucking do in life. And that's the only reason they play. That's why you see a lot of these MGTOW people say, oh, we're just trying to quit, not work, and play video games all day. And like, I can kind of tell, like, even that's why in China, they have to ban video games and like for kids and only play on the weekend and shit. And that's probably that's one of the reasons they raising the prices on those games. Like, look at a lot of the games are going up in price. And I heard, like, I seen an article where they said like I forgot what it was, but they were saying like a lot of men are stopping, are like opting out of society to play video games. And like, I guess the Congress or some shit, they made a statement about it. And I look at like how they're raising the price of games, and I'm like, even like a lot of these motherfuckers, like the reason why they're raising the prices of these games and shit is because it's like, if you don't have them, because when you're playing a video game, you're not being productive. So so that means all that time you're playing the game, you're not working for this bullshit ass system. So I could tell they don't like that shit, and they know a lot of people are like not working, and a lot of these Gen Zs that just want to just play games. So what I think one of the reasons they're doing is they're making this shit more expensive. So it's like, in order for you to even play games now, you got to be like on a certain tax bracket. Like, it's going to be a luxury eventually, and you're going to have to work even more hours to get the game, because all the gaming addicts are gonna be like, oh, I can't play games, getting expensive, so now I have to work 2 jobs. So now you're working more just to play your game while working for the system. So that's one of the many reasons why they're even raising the prices on these games, because they ain't raising the prices because fucking actually it needs to, or it's some fucking political thing. Like, if you believe that, you're a fucking idiot. All of this shit just because they want to, they feel like it and shit, and they need to get more money from you through whatever means. Because we were like in a different shift right now, like, so like everything is not the same anymore. Like, everything's speeding up, everything's going, because a lot of these motherfuckers are starting to realize that they don't have enough time, because time is more accelerated. Shit is happening. The shift is like, a lot of things is just happening, so they got to get on the ball rolling. So like, it ain't the same no more. Like, shit's got to, like, everybody's got to like clean house right now. That's the energy we're in. Like, everybody got to clean house. Like, individually, you got to clean house. Spiritually, you got to clean house. Even the niggas who run the system, they're cleaning house. Why you think they passing all these laws and doing all this bullshit? The fucking, because everyone's like, it's just the energy right now. You got to clean house. Even from a positive spiritual perspective, even from a negative perspective with their system, they cleaning house. They getting rid of a lot of laws. They're shutting shit down. Fucking like, as I'm saying, like, it's because we're in a different shift right now. So if a monkey, if a dog, a retarded animal, aka this system, if they know to clean house, how the fuck do you niggas don't know to clean house? Like, this is clean house for everyone. If you're a demon, if you're whatever you want to call yourself, shit is shifting, so you're forced to change with it. Okay, I read that. It's crazy that you say the only news only shows you that what they want to show you. It's a whole other side of life. Yeah, there's a whole other side of life. They only show you because they're only gonna show you what they got a control over. They're not gonna show you everything. They can't show you everything. Like, there's so many things that happen on a daily basis. Like, you guys don't even know half of it. Like, things happen every day. Like, you may see something on the news and you may be thinking like, this is just one thing that happened. But like, that's why when you see, like, every time when I see something on the news, they'll be like, oh, this event happened and this girl got kidnapped. And you be thinking like, since the news is blowing it out of proportion, and shoving it down your fucking throat like a goddamn advertisement. You're like, damn, like they want me to pay attention to this. You think like this is so important, or this happens rarely, but no, this shit happens every day. It's just that event that they're shoving down your throat, it probably happened at a certain date, time, or they're using it for a narrative, and certain type of demographics were involved. So they're like, okay, let's capitalize it. Or it happened on a certain date and time and shit. So this happened the same day the president may have done some shit, and now they want to blow it out of proportion. So you be thinking like this is a rare event, but no, like there's other shit that happens just like that. It just they pick and choose what they want to bro out. Like you may see like this dude fucking killed this fucking girl, and it's all in the news and shit. But shit like that happens every day. But that story, it probably happened in a certain way, and the people who control the media, they're like, okay, let's choose this story, and let's zone in on it, and let's make everybody pay attention because it fits our narrative. So that's just a regular story, and then you be thinking like, oh, the people involved in that story, they're Illuminati and they're puppets. Where some cases it can be, but sometimes they're just regular people like you and me, but they just were chosen to have their situation broadcasted to the whole world. You see what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's just like this is a regular event that happened, and then they were just broadcast. Like you'll see those police body cams, and you'll see like somebody getting arrested on police body cam, and you'll be thinking like, oh shit, it's a big arrest. But yet every fucking day, thousands of arrests happen where police fucking do some shit like that every day in this country. Thousands. But you be thinking like, oh, this is a one-time event, and this happened, and it's so shocking, but so much shit happens every day in the system. Like, there's a lot of fucking, like, energies on it. Like, even when, like, fucking, I was watching this one channel, and it was like, oh, yeah, I was watching Dolo's channel. He said something about, like, how, like, the energies of the planet, they be haunting. The Native Americans be haunting the land. And that's why a lot of there's a lot of crimes, a lot of people end up missing, a lot of even money can end up missing, or certain things happen in the Matrix that's like unexplainable that they don't talk about because there's a lot of spirits and a lot of energies that is like constantly whipping their ass as much as they can from the shit they did to the native. That's why this system will never have peace. That's why America, this land, has never had peace. There's always people getting killed, murdered, raped. People losing money on a daily basis. Like some of it, yeah, it has to do with the way the system is, but a lot of it has to. There's also a good portion of it is because this land is cursed, and a lot of these spirits that were killed unjustly, they're haunting these motherfucking like these politicians and shit, and be fucking with them, and even their system, or maybe something happened where they lose a lot of money, or their business doesn't go right, or somebody just dies or some shit within their family. Like shit happens that they don't talk about, and a lot of it is unexplained, and people may come up missing. It's because of these spirits that are haunting this land. They can't have 100% peace on this land. This is why they have to have a police force, and this is why they have to have fucking like homeland security. This is why when you go to certain countries, like you go to like certain third world countries, they're like, oh, are you a spy? And then they have cameras everywhere, and then they have to go custom clearance to make sure you're not a spy, because there's a lot of spiritual energy that's really like on go mode hitting this shit every day. So, and it works through people. So you may be thinking, oh, they're doing too much. Why do they think everybody's a spy? Why do they have all these cameras? But there's energy that's working through people, working through things that fuck up. So all of a sudden, like it'd be a factory that just blows up. And you may be thinking, oh, they just blew it up. But sometimes they could blow it up, but sometimes the machinery fucked up and it malfunctioned. So it fucked up. Because like there's a lot of negative, and so they have to make sure their P's and Q's are on point. So this is why they have a lot of laws and regulations, and everything's got to be checked. And they have like it's like a lot of this shit, because this whole fucking system is cursed, and it's getting its ass beat, and it's like it's not gonna let up until these people are dismantled. So they have to always be on guard, always make up laws and change the rules. This is why they never can have peace. This is why the European, they're never at peace. So they have to project it onto them, because they have to always, their peace is making sure that everybody isn't at peace. So because when everybody's busy, not at peace, then they're able to at least maintain some type of peace to a certain extent, because everyone's busy. But even then, they have to switch it up. They have to change it up and they can't keep everything relaxed. This system it's cursed. Because like what they did, a lot of the shit, what they did to like the natives on this land, like that shit, like you don't think those spirits are here like fucking shit up like on a daily and basis, and like this is why they have to make sure their shit's intact. Like for real. Because really, ain't nobody really like just like you niggas. Like I said, you niggas complain about your life and how you gotta do this and that. Like, ain't nobody really have a free ride here, nigga. Like, ain't nobody. Like, even the motherfuckers who run this shit, like, even though they may think like they're gonna be in for a rude awakening, a lot of them like it's gonna be bad for them. He's like, true, but I don't know why you talk about Africa shit. What do you mean I talk about Africa? Africa's 1,000 times worse. It's 1,000 times worse because motherfuckers that are there doing what they're doing. Like, it ain't like Africa's a bad place. It's a fake ass problem. Like the problem, even when you see like the starving kids in Africa, they'll make you think it's because like it's a poor country. Like, why the fuck is it poor? What the fuck is poor, nigga? Last time I checked, nigga, resources was what makes wealth. A person's spirit and the light within them, that's wealth. If you want to talk about physical resources, Africa has the most resources. They got all the damn fucking, you get damn near, they dig up and plunge all the fucking shit from Africa to make your cell phone. There's certain shit in your iPhone that if it wasn't, there's only those minerals are in Africa. And that phone won't even run if they don't get those minerals. So that's wealth. But yet they'll have you believe Africa's poor. Like if they're poor, it's because a white man fucking or a cracker or some European made them poor because they created money and took all the money from them, and you only can buy shit with their money. So they create money, take the money from Africa, and then now Africa's poor and they're hungry, and then they make you think, oh, Africa's poor, like it's like they're doing something or some type of like thing that they're doing, like it's not fucking created. Like, but don't they have all the wealth in the land? And in order for an African to get rich, they got to be like some stupid nigger that comes and sells themselves out or something like that. Stupid, what's that stupid nigger on fucking TikTok? Like the dark ass nigger who's all like, every time he sees something, he'd be like, his ugly, stupid, retarded ass, like he fucking African dude. He's like, and then like this nigga got like that's the only way Africa get wealth, is just to be a stupid nigger on TikTok looking like a fucking idiot on TikTok. You know, he's like African nigga. Every time he'll see something, he don't even talk. He just does, and then he gets paid like a fucking $1 million a goddamn video just for doing this with his ugly ass. Fuck out of here. That's the only time Africa can get wealth, is by being a fucking coon for the fucking cracker. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga literally get paid. Just put his hands up and do this. He gets fucking paid. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid ass. It was a retarded ass world. And then you have some stupid ass nigga like, oh, you're just hating. And it's funny how the people who say every time when I hear somebody say you're just hating, or you're envious, every time I hear a person say that, I'm in a better position than them, and they're in a shitty position than I've ever been in. And they're saying I'm hating. Like, bitch, you're hating too. You're just too. First of all, I'm not hating. I'm just calling out what is real. But if anything, you're hating. You're a hater more than me. You just are too embarrassed. You're too insecure, and you just feel like if you say something, you're gonna feel exposed because you're in a shit position. So you're not even comfortable for yourself. So you have to pretend like you actually give a fuck, when really deep down you don't give a fuck, because look at the situation you're in. And you can't say, well, I'm glad, bitch. No, you're not, because you complain about your situation and you're not doing anything to better it. So you already know you a bitch ass thing. You know you ain't a good amount of shit. So you want to give everybody the impression that you're not a hater, so you don't feel even more of a piece of shit. So shut your ass up. You just a fucking subconscious hater, stupid ass nigga. Because your life is shittier than anyone I've seen and where I've been at, and you're saying that I'm hating, and I've never even been in your position, and I'm just calling out truth. And for you to think I'm hating means you're self-projecting. That means subconsciously you are hating, but you just trained your mind conscious to be like, oh, I'm glad for you. Like those people, oh, I'm glad for you, but they're really not. They just don't want to be looked at as a hater, which I'm not no hater. I just say what's truth. If you want to say I'm a hater, then I don't give a fuck. I can't control how you think. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. But these niggas, they care what people think. So they don't want people to think of them as a hater. So they train their mind and actually say that they give a fuck about something when they don't. So nigga, shut your ass up. Cause every person I say, they always say, oh, you're a hater. You're just saying that because of that. Bitch, you're in a shittier position than me. And nothing wrong with being in a shitty position. The worst thing about it is you're not doing anything to better your life. So you have accepted the fact that you're in a shit position and you're not going to do nothing about it because you ain't doing shit about it. So nigga, fuck you. Talking about why you worried about if a nigga's hating or not. Why don't you just get your shit together, bitch, and leave it at that? The fuck? That time you're spending to calling me a hater, you could be spending that time getting your shit together out of this position. And obviously you're in a shit position because I see it. I'm aware of it. So that's the evidence. You could use that time to get yourself into a better position instead of worried about who's a hater, who isn't a hater, and get yourself to a position where you can even surpass the hater or the person that you say is hating on, bitch ass nigga. I think this is the fucking troll right here. This bitch ass nigga right here. Omega loser. El Adreno, get your stupid ass out of here, nigga. I really don't want to get really disrespectful on here. I really don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it at that. Get your ass out of here. I'm not even gonna entertain this. I'm just gonna put him in timeout. I'm not even entertaining because I'm gonna go on a straight up tirade right now. I don't want to bring the energy of this live stream down. I don't want to get too disrespectful. Obviously, what I said must have triggered this motherfucker for you to come on my live and say I'm a loser. Like, why would you even watch? If I'm a loser, why the fuck would you watch a loser? You fucking idiot. Like, there's channels I see that as there's channels that I see that I look at them as a loser. I don't even watch this shit. Once I find out they're a loser, I leave. You on my shit talking about I'm a loser. Like, what the fuck? All that tells me is you got offended by something I said. And that's not my fault. That's your fault. Like, the reason you got offended because you got a matrix mind. You're programmed by the system. So the system has programmed you to look at what I'm saying as disrespectful. So you're a fucking bot. So at that point, like, just shoot yourself in the fucking head. If you're programmed by the system, you have a right to shoot yourself in the head. If a Jew programs your mind and you're running off a Jewish script, you should just shoot yourself in the fucking head. Like, literally. I don't give a fuck about you. Ain't no one give a fuck. Like, how are you running off a Jewish script and you don't have no Jew money? You don't have no Jew attention. You don't have no Jewish privilege or whatever the fuck they call it. Like, you're a programmed ass bot, but you're not even a high ranking bot. You're like a low rank. That's like the worst bot. At least if you're a bot, at least have some money or something. You're a bot that is fucking don't got shit. Like, at least for real, like, how you have a fucking, like, you see these people, like, they talking the dumbest shit. They have a YouTube channel talking about the most stupidest program shit, and they're not even viral. Like, how are you not viral? You're retarded. You're talking about bot shit, and you're not viral. Like, damn, nigga. Like, you at least get something from it. And it's not like that's something, because that shit ain't nothing to views. But that ain't nothing, but, like, at least have something from it. Like, at least at that point, just be legit and be authentic and be real. How you fake and acting all like you see these fake ass channels, they're all trying to copy and put like the same title as everybody else, but yet they don't got no views. I'm like, at that point, bitches, be authentic, be real. Like, you fucking idiot. Like, what's the point of that? Shit is crazy. But I'm seriously like done with this shit, to be honest. Like, I didn't even want to go live today, but I was like, I'm just gonna go live because I know there's a lot of people who watch my fucking shit. And I haven't been live in a minute because I'm literally just tired of this shit, to be honest. I'm literally tired of this shit. It's fucking retarded. Like, I can't even really watch YouTube like that no more. That's why I've been just trying to be doing my thing. I be on this bitch sometimes. I try to make it an effort to like not be on it as much. I don't take this shit serious though. I don't take this shit serious at all. But I made my fucking other YouTube channel. I just gotta make the Facebook group That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my fasting group, and on that group is just gonna be strictly about health and fasting, nothing else. No spirituality at all. This channel will be for spirituality. That's gonna be straight up for health, fasting, and just because that's really what it is. Like what the spirit had told me is a lot of, I'm not gonna say everybody, but there's a lot of people watch my channel um that are like on the same path that I'm doing. I'm not gonna tell who, I don't know who, but there's a lot of people watch my channel that are meant to be focusing on what I'm doing health wise. And that's why a lot of you guys' life is stagnated. It's not progressing. It's because you're not you got to get your health back. You got to cleanse. You got to get in a clear state of mind. You got to fast and get your spine in alignment. That's how you get your, like, if you feel like you're stagnated in life, you're doing everything you can and you watch my videos and shit. I'm not talking to everyone, but like you watch my videos and you just feel stagnated. Like I'm doing everything and it's like nothing's going ahead. And you doing it, it's because you got to get your health together. Because once you get your health together, you get your mind right. Once you get your mind right, then everything starts flowing because you're like in a different, have a different awareness. So the way you're perceiving life is at a low level. Once you get your health and you get the spine in alignment, you're going to be perceiving life differently. Everything's going to look differently. Everything's going to feel differently. You're going to be even sound different, look different. Then as that happens, then you're going to start, where the mind goes, the body goes. You're going to start doing things and coming up with ideas. You're going to start enter more energies and going to start tapping in. So then therefore you can go on and do what you got to do. It's really simple. It's not even really hard. So like that's really what it is. So that's my main goal, is to really just focus on health and teaching other people about, not even teaching, because I'm not teaching people shit. You guys already know this shit, and if you don't know it, then fucking um you already know it. Like you should, there's certain things you should know. Like I can't teach you how to wipe your own ass, but I can tell you smell like shit, and then you can know what to do. I gotta go wipe my ass. So like that's kind of like what it is. Like you already know what to do, but I'm just telling you, like giving you a hint on what you need to do. So just keep that in mind, like, because I'm not gonna sit there and like baby anyone or this is that, or I'm the teacher. I'm like, a lot of this shit, like we already know what we gotta do. Like you gotta give up certain things, you gotta do certain things. It's really not hard. It's very simple. A lot of these other spirituals, they have to try to make it hard so they can make, so because they need your attention. They want to make a lot of money, or it's, I'm not saying something wrong with making money and shit, but they have to have your attention. It's like when you go to a fucking sleep mattress to go get a mattress. The guys gotta tell you that you need this expensive bed because your back looks out of alignment and you want to have a restful sleep, and they gotta sell you the product. So a lot of these other people, they try to make it look like the spiritual shit is hard. It's really not hard. Like what's the hardest thing about it is the shit you already know what to do. So let's just say you got to give up smoking cigarettes. It's not hard on how to make my life better and healthier. You already know that. Give up smoking cigarettes. What's hard is giving up smoking cigarettes. So that's the part that's hard. The part that you actually, you already know what you need to do, and all of you guys know what you need to do. It's just you overlooking and you rationalizing your brain that I don't need to do it, or it's not that big of a deal, or no, it is a big deal. Whatever you think that it's not that big a deal, you go, no, that's not what you have to do that. And that's how the spiritual shit works. All that happiness, peace, fulfillment, whatever the fuck you think that's gonna make you happy, all of that, in order to get that, you have to go through suffering, pain, hell. The right type of suffering, pain, and hell. I wouldn't even say hell, but the right suffering and pain. You have to go. It's like a concoction. Like you can't make fucking cake without flour, egg, and milk and all this other shit. You can't make it. You won't have cake. You'll probably have fucking slop or fucking like something that's inedible, but you're not gonna have cake. So in order to have whatever the fuck you want, you need to have a little bit of suffering, a little bit of discipline, a little bit of pain, a little bit of like adversity. It can't, it's not going to be easy. Like you have to have that. Like there's no way around it. I told you guys this before. There's no way around it. And like a lot of people don't want to hear that. That's why, like, if you don't believe me, look at the world. Look at the average person. The average person is not successful. And like me, I'm very attentive. Every person that I see in my life, good, positive, negative, when I look at I look as much as into their life as I can. Because obviously you don't know anybody 100% because I'm not them. But I can look at the patterns, people, my family, friends, people I see and I know on a regular basis. And then the people who complain about life, it's not that they're a victim or the universe is doing something to them. That's not what it is. It's because they're not doing something themselves, and then the universe is not allowing shit to happen. And when the universe doesn't allow shit to happen, it comes off as like shit happening to them, like bad things happening, and then they'll say, "Oh, this is like no." You got to look at it. Like when you, even when you watch a lot of these situations, like that you see, like even like you used to say, you're going down the street and you see some lady getting her ass beat, getting robbed. You may be like, "Oh, she got robbed, she got beat," but you don't know the whole story. She probably was getting messages from the spirit for the past 2 years, and don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, and she wasn't listening. But then when you see her after all those years of messages, she gets her ass beat, and then you're thinking, "Oh, innocent woman getting her ass," but you don't know the full story of what went down. Something went down for that to actually occur. It ain't like this is a helpless victim. No, shit happens even to past lives. Even when you see a kid getting murdered, raped, and all this shit, a lot of shit happened past existences and energy from past lives or from past things, or it could even have something to do with the parents, when the parents had energy and it went off on the children, where the parent, the reason that child got fucked up because maybe the parent did something and the parent needed a life lesson to see their children getting harmed, and that was, you see, it gets deep. And I'm not saying like everything is just, let's know that everything is for a reason. And when you look at it like that, you don't look at it as negative. You look at it like, okay, I have control over my life, and I can have, so things don't just happen unless something happens to me that that needs to get my attention. So it's actually more like you taking your power back. Okay, now I know things aren't just happening randomly. Because would you want to live in a world where things just happen randomly? So you could be doing everything you're supposed to be doing. And I don't get doing things that happen, but it's, even when you're doing everything right and something happens, it's when you overcome that, it's to boost you up even more. It's not just a fucking like, it's not just to put you down, it's to boost you up. Why you think like when you look at astrology, they have the square placement. The squares are usually like, they'll tell you in astrology how squares are like, oh, bad things happen in squares and shit. And but usually a square is learning. When you pass, it's like a test. And most people, they don't pass the test, and most people are into astrology. So when a square happens, it's looked at as negative. But then once you actually grow from it and learn from it and extract the wisdom from the square, it actually ends up like in a high octave of the square. Because the low octave of a square is like, it's like, let's just say something happens to you negatively, like you fucking lost your phone, and let's say you lost your phone, and you fucking, you're pissed you lost your phone, and you just let it be negative and let it beat you up and shit. That's a negative of a square. But a positive, you may have lost your phone and it was a square, but then from you losing your phone, it made you get your hustle up, or you made you make connections where now you ended up finding somebody that gave you a better phone. But then the anger and the uneasiness of you losing your phone motivated you to want to do something about it. So now you got a better phone. Or maybe even better, you just said, fuck this, I'm gonna just go on a fast for my phone. I don't even need a phone. And then you went like, and you figured out like you can go with days without having a phone, and then you don't need one, or you're not, it's like something happened positive because you let that anger, that disappointment fuel you to do something better. That's a positive when you're actually using it, utilizing it. So you can always utilize your shit for the better. Yeah. But yeah, what was I? I forgot what I was talking about. Kind of went on a rant over there, but that's all I really wanted to say though. But everyone knows what they need to do, and it's really that simple. And I really don't even want to speak because we should be even really past that at this point. Like a lot of that shit is like, because we gotta at least evolve and start going on to bigger and better things, really. And to be honest, like none of this shit is real. Like a lot of this shit should just come natural, and we just go and we do our thing, because it's a never ending journey. It's not like this is like some fucking topic of the week where, oh my goodness, we got to talk about this and that. Like a lot of this shit is just like a fucking cat wakes up in the morning and does cat shit. A dog wakes up in the morning and does dog shit. Like humans, we wake up and we do human shit. It ain't like we're doing anything different than an animal. We're growing up handling our business, and a lot of people that like to human beings like to over exaggerate shit to make it look like there's something special. But in reality, we're just doing our business. We're doing our fucking thing that everyone else we all supposed to be doing. And it's a never ending journey, really. We're always supposed to be doing something. It's just you got YouTube and social media and a bunch of humans who fucking think too much. And when you put all that shit together, it gives a whole bunch of exaggeration. So now you got a bunch of channels talking about, oh, the awareness and spiritual growth and all of that fucking shit that really it's that's just you being a fucking human doing what you're supposed to be doing. But society is so low at a level. Plus, we have social media where everyone has to make everything exaggerated and make it more than what it is, like some fucking like glitter on some shit. It till they have to exaggerate it, and this way you have 100 videos of 3 signs to let you know you're spiritually awakened. Like, what the fuck you mean? Are we that low in society where there's a name for actually being in alignment? Like, even when I say in alignment, that's a name for that shit. That showed you that how fucked up from all the shots they gave us and the food and all the trauma that this system has. It's so fucked up that it's actually a thing called getting in alignment. Where in reality, like, you supposed to be in a fucking alignment because it's where you were at birth. Yeah, we have traumas and shit we deal with, but that shit, it should come now. That shit was just we being a human, and when you're being a human in the right way, then you deal with all that shit by default. But there's so many blockages in society that keep you from it, that when you actually deal with it, they give it a name, and you're looked at like you're somebody special or some shit. Whereas like you should only be special to yourself. Like, oh, I'm doing this for me, and I'm special because I did it. But like people look at this, oh, this person like they ain't shit. This is why you'll see a lot of people say that they're awakened spiritually, but yet they seem more dumber than somebody who you say isn't awakened and spiritually. And it's not like, because that really don't mean shit other than for that person. Like, it's like a first grader graduating first grade and thinking he's smarter than a 12th grader that failed. It's like, no, nigga, you smart because you graduated first grade and you're in the second grade, but nigga, you still in second grade. The 12th grader, yeah, he failed, but at the same time, he's in 12th grade. You can't compare it. So that's how this shit is. Like, your path is your path. Their path is their path. That's how you gotta look at it. That's why you see some niggas that are like dumber. Like, a lot of you niggas like are way ahead of motherfuckers, and you be looking at them like they're more ahead than you. Like, I've never looked at that shit. Like, every time, like I've never looked at my like somebody was more ahead than me at anything. I never did that. I always looked at myself like I'm more ahead to them. Even if I see somebody, like, for example, if I'm doing karate and somebody was a black belt and I was a white belt or I was a brown belt, I don't look at them like they're better than me. I look at them like, when I get to be a black belt, I'm gonna be a better black belt than them. If you know how to build bridges and you know how to build a house, I may not know how to build a house, but when I learn how to build a house, I'm gonna build it better than you because my spirit is stronger. My spirit's more evolved. So I have more awareness. So when I learn what you know that I don't know right now, I'm gonna be able to expand on that knowledge more than you. So I always looked at myself as better than motherfucker because once I get to that level, I'm gonna be more than you. There's people I remember I used to watch like back in the day who are like fucking spiritual and shit. And like I used to think these people were like, oh, these people are onto something. And like I look at these motherfuckers are stupid as fuck because like I had so many blockages that I had to release. Like, and when I released these blockages, it pretty much opened up energy portals of where I left off, but they were closed off. A lot of this shit I felt like it was closed off because, like, I feel like a lot of my knowledge and a lot of my way, because when I was like younger, I wasn't like this at all. I was like completely 180. Like I was like really like not aware of shit. I kind of like slow in a way when I was like young. Like I was like when I was like young, like fucking like I was kind of like slow and shit. And it's funny how like now is like the people I thought they were smart, not smarter than me, but I thought I didn't think I was slow, but I wasn't where I was at right now. And like now I'm looking at motherfuckers like even when I see in high school, like they're like I'm like you're onto that. But in these people, when I was in high school, I looked at them. I looked at them as more. I don't want to say I looked at them as more smarter than me, but it was a different. Like it just I can't explain it. Like it was more. It's different. I'm like looking. I'm like, you don't know this, and that. But just a few years ago, like I looked at you like you this, but like how do you not know? I'm more. I feel like I'm more. I advanced more ahead than them because there's like a lot of when I release certain blockages and shit. It just made me realize a lot of shit like very quickly. I don't know because I remember like back in like I think it was like back in 2010. I don't remember what the I think I doing some type of like I forgot what it was. It was like a meditation or some shit. I didn't even wasn't in spirituality or nothing like that. It was just like some type of like exercise that somebody had told me. I heard learned it somewhere, and somebody told me about it at school. Like it was like a little like meditation, not a meditation thing, but it's like a breathing meditation thing. But it wasn't like the breath work. But then I looked into it online. I remember I did something. And I remember like it was a time I had fucking did the breath work and everything, and it was a meditation I did, and I don't know, I had like a vision of some weird shit. Like it was like a vision of like I can't even explain it. Like literally, ever since that moment, everything. It was back in like 2009, 2008, and ever since that fucking moment, like everything just clicked to me. Like I was able to comprehend more and shit. Like I can't explain it. Like before that time, like ever since that time, like you know how I'm talking to you guys now and I just have my knowledge and shit because a lot of it comes to me and I remember a lot of shit. But then before that, like around 2008, 2009, I used to not like be like kind of like slow and shit. Like not slow, but I didn't know shit. But then after that fucking vision I had, and it's like I had this weird fucking vision and like awareness. And then ever since then, I just was more hyper aware and I could feel energy more. And like ever since that day, I just understood shit a lot more quicker and better. It's just weird. Cause I remember that time I was hanging out with my friend and I was talking about like fucking like some spiritual shit or like it was like just it wasn't even spiritual. It was like I was talking about regular shit, but I was getting really deep into it and like talking about like a philosophy. I was more philosophical about life and shit. And he was like, "Oh, how the fuck do you know this and shit?" And I remember around that time, and it wasn't even really deep, but that's when I started. And then like I could just pick up on shit a lot more. Cause I could just, it was just weird. I don't know, it's just like this vision ever since '09. It was like '09, '08. Yeah, cause like it's cause when I tell you it's not like I know a bunch of shit. Like it's just when I tell you guys I know a lot of shit, it's like things have to happen. Like it's not like I just know like information like that. It's I could be out in public. I could go outside right now and be talking to somebody and I could be having a conversation. And just by me having a conversation, I will start getting thoughts and ideas and knowledge based upon what I'm observing within the conversation. Like somebody may be talking to me about A, B, and C, and then my mind will be working so quick, I'll end up extracting the information out of the conversation and the surroundings around me and what's happening and how the person and it'll spark ideas or I'll end up knowing things about the person, but I wouldn't know that per se unless I engage in that like into that activity. So it's like look at the mind as like a car. And when you're in your car, when you're in the garage, the car is just there, just sitting. And it's like let's just say look at we all have a car. Our mind is all a car. Where we all parked when the car is parked, it's just sitting. But once you start driving the car, aka you start engaging in life, some people can drive it good, like NASCAR. Some people don't know how to drive. If you're a Chinese man, you're Icelandic, so your peripheral is kind of fucked. So people just have different styles of driving. So once you start driving, that's how the mind works. So once I start engaging in reality, that's where I could pull in a lot of information and I start knowing shit. That's why I like when I go live and so that's why I like when I see the comments and shit and I be reading the comments. and people like, or I'd be like talking to somebody, like I have a live stream, somebody be come in or somebody be like putting comments down and like, asking questions. I'd just be like, it'd be sparking my mind from shit, because I'd be seeing shit and I'd be like, oh, this, and that. And like, that's how like my mind be working hella quick. And a lot of you niggas can do that shit too. Like, it's weird. Not weird, but like, like, that's some shit I've observed. That's why I don't like really hanging around too many motherfucking people, because like especially nowadays, because a lot of people have a lot of toxic energy now. Like I don't know what it is. I think it's the social media that's causing it, because like I've noticed as time goes on, the energy is very like, it used to not be like that before. It used to not be like that, but more and more people are like fucked up, are really fucked up, and I think it's because of the social media, because the social media has a lot of programming and shit in it, and it's motherfuckers is like, that shit's like fucking up their brain. And I don't want to say everyone's like that, because I wouldn't even want to say just social media. I think it's just society in general, because a lot of people like having to wake up every morning and go to work, especially in this shift that we're in, and everybody, imagine if you have kids, you got responsibilities, that drives a lot of people insane, and it has, at this point, it has a certain level of mental illness attached to it. So if you're going to work every day and you're not doing nothing but go to work, come home, and you're on social media, you're mentally ill, and some people can handle it better than others. Some people are just like, this shit's really fucking up their mind. So I can see it, like I can just see it in the way they talk, the way they move, the way they operate and engage. And it's and I just hate the fakery. Like I don't like fake shit as well. Like when I see people who are just fake, like you see, like that's another thing. Is there's just a lot of motherfuckers in society who they're just fake. Like they'll have a fake ass smile, and but they're really very toxic. Like this bitch, I was at the fucking store today. I'm all leaving. She's all saying, like, she's all telling me like, have a nice day. But the way she said it, like, I didn't even, I just looked at her. I didn't even respond. Like when even if you say something nice to me, if depending on the way, the tone and the energy and the demeanor, I don't even respond, because I can just tell your spirit's in a very ugly place, and I don't want to be near that shit. Don't even talk to me at all. Like, because I'm the type of person where if you have a negative spirit and you're trying to act fake, I will bring it out, the realness. So I'll say something to make you upset so I can bring that out. And then those people, like, because you got to understand, everybody gets angry. Everybody gets upset. Everybody gets angry. It's impossible for you not to get angry. So when you see somebody and they have a negative energy and they're smiling, even though you can feel it, remember that everybody gets angry. So if that person were to get angry, they're going to be super angry compared to somebody who's has a genuine, authentic energy, and they're good and they get angry. Like my uncle, for example, like this, I'm gonna tell like something. He every time I see him, he always has like an angry attitude. But yet he'd be like, "Cool, what's up, cousin?" And all like nephew. Yeah, he talks to me. He's cool, but he always just looks angry, and like he has a lot of anger in him and shit. And I always knew that, but he's never really like expressed it to me. Every time he's always cool as fuck to me, but he just always has an angry attitude. And I remember like something happened where like he slapped the shit out of his daughter or some shit because she did something. He slapped the shit out of her. And when they did it, like everybody in my family was like shocked and shit. But like I wasn't shocked because I knew like he had a lot of anger. Like I can just tell. Like he always had a lot of anger. And I like seem like I'm the only one who can tell. I've never called him out on it or nothing, because there's no point. I'm not like, who the fuck, like I'm not gonna sit there and say, like, why am I gonna say it? I'm not trying to. So it is what it is. But when he did that, I was like, okay. And everyone was shocked, like, oh, why did he do that and stuff? And I wasn't surprised, because I knew, like, because every time I see him, I'm like, he always is angry, but I never see him really express anger. But when I do see him, he gets really mad. But then when he's chilling, he's happy, I can kind of see an energy of like it in him. So always remember, everyone gets angry. So when you see somebody that's smiling in your face, but you get a negative vibe, always remember that individual has the capacity to get angry, like everybody. So when they get angry, it's gonna be an explosion of bunch of shit compared to somebody who's genuinely, authentically themselves, and they get upset. Because we all get angry. So always keep that in mind. So I say, if you feel somebody's energy is negative, deal with it right there. Cut them off, or deal with it, or eliminate it from your life. Do what you got to do, but don't just sit there and let it sit. Because, like I said, everybody gets upset, and when that person gets upset, it's going to be even more because you can already see it festering. If they're not even in an angry, upset mood, and you already see it festering, then you know it's a problem. That's why you gotta like keep that shit in mind. Yeah. But I don't know. I might just end this live stream. If anybody don't got any more questions. Yeah, I don't know if I'll go live. I'll probably go live. God damn it. I don't know why this thing had to die on my phone. I don't know if I'm gonna go live no more though. Because I feel like it's kind of pointless going live, really. Low key feel like it's kind of pointless at this point. I'm still gonna open I made my Facebook page and I'm making a group right now. So I'm gonna drop the link in one of my community tabs for anybody who wants to join the group. It's gonna be a fasting health healing fasting healing group. That's mainly what it's gonna be, and that's it. Not really gonna talk about the spiritual. Is gonna just stay on this channel, the spirituality and all that shit. Keep it on this channel. Because it really, to be honest, when it comes to spirituality, there's really ain't shit to really speak about spirituality unless you're using it to actually create some type of situation for yourself or whatever. That's really what it is. And usually, even when you want to talk about that, that's usually going to have to do with something in the physical. So it's all going to resort back to what's going on in the physical at the end of the day. Like, if you really think about it. Because contrary to all these motherfuckers say, oh, it's the spiritual, we are in the physical. And yeah, like just like right now, Neptune's in Aries, and it's about working on self and taking initiative. Neptune eventually is going to get into Taurus. And when Neptune gets into Taurus, you know what that means. That means it's going to, the material and having the big house and all that shit, that's going to be the new thing. Like, I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear it, but once Neptune gets into Taurus, that's going to be the main thing about material and who has the biggest house and money and wealth. And it's going to it may switch back over to that when Neptune gets into Taurus. So like, I'm just telling, that's going to be like in the next 10 or like 15, 20 years. It's going to be a long time for it. But at the end of the day, like, life is, we are in the third dimension, and you guys got to remember that. And your spirituality is to help you with this life, really, to be honest, because there really ain't nowhere to go. This is what we're here for. Yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to just do our thing, and anything that we need. Anytime somebody talks about spirituality, it should be, what is it gonna do for you right now? Like, that's what it should be, not just to be lost in some fucking fairy tale in some world. Because all that shit. That's why Neptune left Pisces. You know, a lot of that shit's getting played out. Like, even the energy don't even feel right. You thinking about spirituality and some far out distant world, unless if you're like, especially if you're like spiritually aware and conscious and you're in a spiritual grown up, you're not no fucking these dumbass conscious niggers. Like, heard this nigga talking about, I don't even, he said some ridiculous shit. What was it? Fuck, he said some hella ridiculous. Oh, he's like 95. He said over 50% of homeless people are fucking aliens or some shit. Like, you got dumbass shit like that. And I'm like, I see it, a lot of homeless people. Like, I've seen a lot of them. I've been around a lot of them. Where I was living at, there was a lot of homeless people, and I used to always give them food and when I used to steal shit from stores, like shit that I didn't want or shit that I couldn't eat. I used to just give them like free shit, like beef jerky and free like fucking headphones, things that I just didn't want or I couldn't like. I just because I get a lot of shit and I don't use it all, or I'll get something to eat and I'm very picky with my food. So like I might buy something and I don't like it, or I'll steal like a whole bunch of candy or a bunch of food and I don't feel like eating it or I can't eat it. So I always was given hella shit. So I always talk to all the homeless people and like they're not fucking aliens, idiot. And these spiritual people will be like, oh, they come these aliens and these spiritual beings. They take the shape as homeless people because they're incognito, and then they assimilate into society. I'm like, nigga, shut your stupid ass up. Most of the homeless people I see, all they do is get high and they just talk to themselves in the middle of the street. You mean to tell me a high spiritual being, their mission is to come on earth to get high and talk to themselves in the street and just be fucking a high ass motherfucker on the street? That doesn't make sense. There are high spiritual beings to come. That's all. 99% of homeless people I seen, they are high as fuck, talking to themselves, batshit crazy, out of their fucking mind. You're not telling me no spiritual high ranking being from Pleiades or whatever the fuck you want to say is coming down here just to get high off some fentanyl and talk to themselves. You're retarded. Kiss my ass with that bullshit. That's what most of the homeless people are. And I can feel the energy. Most of the motherfuckers are just regular motherfucking people. Ain't nobody knows. That's bullshit. So they're just, a lot of these people, like I said, they're just lost in their mind, because a lot of these spiritualists, the mind is like is a very deep thing, the mind. So you'll have a lot of people who are into like a lot of these cult, like occult voodoo, or they believe in aliens, and then like their mind, the mind is so powerful. You could have an experience with the mind where you're being abducted by an alien in your house, and it's so real, you think it's real. It's so real that you think it's real, and then you look like a fucking idiot making a YouTube channel. Oh, aliens abducted me, and all that. Shut your stupid ass up, nigga. The moment you said it, just shows me how much of a spiritual kid you are. You don't know how strong your fucking mind is, because you actually think that was a real thing. That bitch, that was an experience. You had a fucking an intense ass dream that you thought was real, and an alien was fucking kidnapping you and sticking a thing in your ass. So a probe, whatever the fuck they call it and shit. That shit that, remember that video game Destroy All Humans? You got it, like the anal probe. I guess that's what they put in their ass if you get abducted. I'm not just talking shit. That if you're abducted by an alien, they have to anal probe you. Isn't that like the fucking isn't that the fucking the rundown of how that shit goes? They get a thing and they stick it in your ass so they can get intel about the human or some shit. Like they have it in the game. And I'm not saying, because aliens is a thing. The government, the Matrix, they created aliens. So you can't talk about aliens but then make up your own version of it. It doesn't make sense. Like then you didn't see no alien. You just saw some fucking whatever the fuck you made up. But if you said it was an alien and you describe it like it's an alien, then something that doesn't look human that came from a fucking ship, which is something they created, they had to anal probe you, because within their thing it says they anal probe within the whole alien fantasy lore book that they have. Like anytime somebody talks about aliens, they have like a little fantasy blueprint lore story about aliens that says they anal probe you. So you got that. That means you had to have got that shit stuck in your ass. So if you say you abducted by aliens, you got raped by an alien with that device in your ass. And you can't say, oh no, that didn't happen. Then nigga, you didn't have no fucking, you didn't have no alien visitation then. Because you wouldn't even know what an alien was unless and that you didn't watch that Roswell shit they showed on the History Channel fucking back in '09 when they released that shit with the what's it called? Aliens, or what the fuck that shit called? They released it on like the Science Channel. Ancient alien with that fucking retarded ass crackhead with that weird ass hair and shit, like he just touched an electric ball. Like that weird ass nigga. Aliens, they came from space. And like, nigga, fix your fucking hair. That shit looking like you just got shocked. You stuck your hand in a socket. You guys remember that nigga? They showed that nigga all the time back in the day, like in that fucking ancient aliens and shit. It'd be that white dude like, the aliens, they came from space. Like, so get your dramatic ass up, nigga. They're paying your ass all that money. Like, you ain't happy because you see some aliens. You just happy because they History Channel writing you that fat ass check and you about to go waste. That's why you happy, nigga. That's what's getting you all juiced up. Ain't cause no aliens. Ain't no such thing as no aliens, stupid ass nigga. Sit your ass down. Fuck, those people are retarded. But how the fuck? He's like, yeah, you already know what I'm talking about. That fucking crazy ass stupid. I think he has a YouTube channel. That nigga has a YouTube channel, I think. Man, that nigga still talking about aliens that he never seen. Like, bitch, it's been like over almost 20 years, nigga. You not see no alien. How is it we in 2025 and nobody has a social media of some alien? Nobody got a TikTok with an alien. Nobody has a fucking selfie with an alien. We have all this. You go on TikTok, Instagram, and type in anything. You can see anything. You can see a fucking baby doing the moonwalk. You can see fucking anything, but you can't see an alien that everybody claims they seen and had a visitation from. You mean nobody could have snuck a cell phone or got footage of it, or they're gonna probably say the alien used technology to release the delete the footage or some dumbass shit. Get the fuck out of here. Dumbass shit. I don't know. People are just fucking lost in this shit, man. Shit is crazy, man. I don't get it, man. So that's how we moving away from that. That was all that Neptune and Pisces shit. See, we moving away from that. We're not really in that shit right now. So you see a lot of that shit's dying down. And then when I say it's dying down, it's either dying down because like there's always gonna be people that are stuck in that time, but it doesn't matter if they're stuck in it. It's what reality showed you. So you're either gonna move on and realize that shit was bullshit. Some people don't have to move on because they already knew that shit was bullshit. But you're either gonna move on from that shit, or reality is going to show you stuff to force you to move on. And even if you don't move on, your life is going to, so they're going to be people who still believe in it, but then reality is going to show them that it's bullshit. So even if they keep believing in it, reality is still going to show them it's bullshit. So they're going to just be living a lie and having to reinforce that it's true, but reality is going to be showing them otherwise because we're not in that time for you to, we're not in Pisces energy no more for that shit. Like a lot of Pisces shit we're going through right now. This is the last Pisces style of this shit from the rest of this year. Next year comes, it's gonna be straight go mode. Like we're gonna be out of Pisces. Saturn's gonna be out of Pisces, and there's not gonna be no more that illusion. So it's gonna be more like go mode. Everything's gonna be like hella quicker and faster, and like you gotta be doing some shit. Like pretty much. You gotta be just doing something. Like you gotta stand on something. That's Aries. Aries, they stand for something. So if you don't stand for nothing that's actually like real, that you can actually work on and start doing, then it's like it's gonna be a problem really. That's another bring me in. He's like time is speeding up. It's like time. It is speeding up. Like it's speeding up big time. But that's not to like that. It's not don't look at it like, oh, because if you're looking at it like, oh, it's a negative thing, that means you're holding on to something you don't need to hold on to no more, because we're in a different time where you're supposed to be in alignment. So when you're in alignment, things happen to you. You're doing less. You're working on inner self. And once you master the inner self, you're in a certain conscious awareness state where you're able to just be. So when you're just being, you're doing you're doing less and more is happening to you. We're at a time where you're supposed to be doing less. And then the little that you do, you're producing a lot. And then the external is helping you. So the energy is supposed to be so you suppose the best example is like, instead of jumping in the water to catch the fish with your hand, you put food on the reel and the fish come to you, or you put food in the net and you catch all the fish. That's what we're supposed to be doing. A lot of people are trying to go in and catch the fish with their hand because that's the old time, but time is accelerating. So that's telling you that, like, people say, well, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. First of all, most of the shit you want to have time for ain't important. Secondly, the lot of the shit you're doing that's making you not have time, you need to cut that shit out of your life ASAP if it's taking too much. And certain things, this is why you have to know yourself, know what the fuck you need to cut off. Because I'm not gonna tell you what you need to cut off, but you need to be able to say, okay, I don't need this in my life no more, and you need to be able to cut that shit out. Once you start cutting shit out, then you're gonna be able to attract a lot more. So you got a lot of things because you niggas thinking too deep. You're like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, but that's not how life works. Life works just like when negative things happen. Think about all the bad things that ever happened in your life. They caught you off guard. So don't you think it could be that way for anything good in your life? Because it works both ways. It's in reverse as well. So when bad things happen, some of the worst things that ever happened in your life, they caught you off guard. You didn't even know what was gonna happen. It's just like it just out of the blue moment. It just came and you're like, fuck. So don't you think that can happen positively? If you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're sitting here worried about I need to get this, I need to get that, I need to get this. But then if you just do what you're supposed to do, what you should know what you need to do, and whatever you need to do is very little in terms of externally doing. Once you do that, then you're in alignment, and then things will just start happening. And all the things you thought were gonna take 2-3 years, they're gonna happen in 2-3 months. But you have to know how to because this is the time we're in. Because the time actually accelerating is not really a bad thing. It's showing you we're in a different time where things are supposed to actually be accelerating. Like you're supposed to. There's all that old time. If you having to do a lot of shit, we're not there no more. Even space is getting smaller. Because when time was slower, space was more elongated. That means because think about it like this: when an hour is quicker than it was before, but then when you drove an hour drive, it seemed longer. So the space. That's why I went back to my old neighborhoods when I was young. The street looks smaller, and the people say, "Oh, because you were shorter, you were young." No, that's not what it is. Because I've asked even my own parents. I asked, "Does this place look smaller?" And when we were living on there and I was young, they were like around my age, so they were still at the same height and everything. They're like, "Yeah, it does." It's because time is correlated with space. So when time goes quicker, space is small. So if you went back to 2012 and if you let's just say you went back to 2014 or 2012 right now or 2011, the world will look more immersive in a different way. It was more dense, it was more heavier. When you went to the store and you walked to the store, it was I remember back in the day we used to call it a mission. We were gonna go to the liquor store to go get some chips and a Swisher, and it's like that's a mission because you got to walk over there, and it took a long time. Now when you walk, it's not that long. Like it's long, but it's not. It's not like how it was before. It was like literally like a minute because everything space was longer. Because if time is shorter, then that means space has to be shorter. Because to walk from here to here takes time. So by the time you walk there, the time is shorter. So that means the reality is shifting. Not just time, is the environment, the fucking space, the fucking nature, all that shit's changing too. And it's gonna keep changing. Over the decades, years, it's not gonna be the same no more. In the next 100, 200 years, life ain't gonna look the same as it does now. It's gonna be completely different. It's gonna be completely. I don't know how it's gonna look, but it's not gonna be the same like this no more. All this shit, the way you living right now, and resources and this and that, it ain't gonna be the same in the next 100 years. You crazy if you think it is. It's just changing up. Pretty soon, we're not even gonna be human beings no more. Eventually, like as your spirit, eventually, because right now we're humans, but next 1,000 years from now, humans won't probably exist. It's gonna be some other fucking thing that we're gonna be. Because this shit it's an evolving thing, and the world's gonna not look like this no more. It's gonna look something else. That's what I'm saying. This shit it gets deep. This shit's just slowly switching out. Time probably won't even exist like it do. It'll probably be a whole different type of reality. We have a different body, different organ, and it's just operating differently that we can't even imagine because we have a human brain. So we can't think of it with this brain because this brain is limited. So like you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be different within the next couple years because life it's gonna be a different type of reality we're living in. That's another reason why I think they fucking with the resources and shit and like all the food and the prices and all that. A lot of that shit is because we're in a different time. Like we're not. It's not the same shit. Like there's many reasons they're doing things, but Because it's so funny how like I notice as time accelerates, as we getting closer to the shift or we getting into it, I notice like certain things changing. It's like the motherfuckers who run the system, they already know what's going on. Like they changing it because I don't know, it's just weird. It was good, Mysterio. I don't know why the fuck they did this, man. I swear I hate how they did that. Every time I want to show a fucking a comment, I gotta click it twice now. And stupid ass niggas, man. I hate fucking StreamYard. I'll never pay $200. They fucking retarded. $200 a year for this shit. When I seen that shit, I'm like, they're like, oh, $200 annually. I'm like, okay, that's about like probably like 20 a month or 18 a month, whatever the fuck it is a month. I could do that. These bitch ass niggas talking about you gotta pay it all in full. I'm not paying no $200 for a whole year. Kiss my ass. The only reason I'll pay this, the only reason I can see somebody paying $200 in full for this shit is that they were actually like making money from it. Like they were streaming and they had seminars and meetings and shit, and they were getting like some money from it. They had a business and they needed to do like business meetings, or they're a fucking streamer and they talk about bullshit. I'm not fucking pissed spending $200. That's why they charge a lot of money, because it makes sense. Why shouldn't they? If anything, if I own StreamYard, I'd probably charge like $600-700 a year. And think about it, people will buy it because everybody who has a YouTube channel who makes money, nigga, like what the fuck? You get paid $15,000 a month just for talking out your ass, bitch. You better give me some of that money, bitch. Pay $700 a year for this. I'll probably charge close to $1,000. So I can see why they do it, because there's so many people who need this, who make money off YouTube, and people who make money off YouTube, because we already know the type of people who make money off YouTube, they're bots, they're agents, they're pushed for a narrative. So they're not talking about nothing. So their money that they're making is not going to anything useful. So bitch, give me some of that money. You're gonna have to pay $700 for my shit if I was running StreamYard. It ain't like you using the money to do something like productive with it. You're just using it to do dumb shit, like take care of your fucking funky ass family that nobody fucking gives a fuck about but you. Like, fuck that, bitch. Give me some of that money. $700 a year. Say, oh, I'm doing this to take care of my family. Fuck your fucking ugly ass family. No one gives a fuck about that shit. They could die tomorrow in a car crash. Nobody will give a shit, bitch. Fuck you. Tell me something important that's gonna actually make me give a fuck about taking your money. Stupid ass. What you think is going to be them? Well, let me see. All of the Jews' theories about aliens for every. Yeah, this is mental illness. And they have the audacity to talk shit about religious people, but yet they believe in something religious. That whole alien thing is religious. Instead of Jesus, it's an alien. He's like, oh, Jesus died for our sins. And what do they say? No, they say all this bullshit. Oh, Jesus. Fuck, I don't know what the fuck. I don't even pay attention to that shit. Like, same thing about Jesus. The aliens do the same thing. Aliens are coming down here to save humanity, or they're trying to rescue humanity, or like some dumbass stupid shit. I don't even watch that shit. I remember years ago when I did watch it, some bitch was talking about how she'll say, oh, the aliens, I'm in contact with aliens. And then every time she would talk, it will be some shit that it's like an AI. It's like the same thing with the AI. These people, they'll say, oh, I'm channeling information from the Pleiades or from aliens or from this. But then it's like an AI. It's capped. The information and the knowledge is capped. It's like they're telling you everything that you already know. Or like they'll be like, they're like, oh, we got an incoming message from Pleiades. Your government leaders are in the dark and in the shadows, and they're taking over humanity, and their plans on dismantling society and socially engineering people's body. That seems like some bullshit we already know. It's like, bitch, we could have just Googled that. Like, tell us something we don't know. Like, if they're aliens and they have all this high tech, shouldn't they be able to like infiltrate the minds and infiltrate the technologies and get all the data and the classified information from all these high clearance generals and tell us what's really going on? Like, shit your ass up. You don't know shit. Doesn't make no sense at all. That's how you could call them out on their bullshit. Cause like, and like they'll have like 20 video, like dozens of videos of like them getting all these so-called downloads. Like, why the fuck you call it a download, bitch? Like, oh, I'm getting a download, or I'm like, what are you downloading from? Like, what are you downloading from, bitch? Because if you're calling getting a download, you're downloading it from somewhere. Like, what are you getting that shit from? So you're getting it obviously from some mainframe or some shit, like something that's not real. Like, and you wouldn't even know the word download unless somebody told you that shit. When you fucking turned on Microsoft XP when you're like 5 years old and you have to play that video game or that bullshit and you have to install it, that's where you seen the word download, bitch. That's the first time you seen that shit. You didn't see that shit anywhere else. Talk about download. Fucking stupid ass. Like, you make that up, but yeah, you want to say, oh, fuck the matrix, fuck the system, but yeah, you talk about download. They created that word. That's a fucking computer term. Download. You seen it when you when you were playing Hooked on Phonics on the PC when you were like 3 years old, and you have to download that bullshit on your computer, and you seen the word download, and then you see the little green bar. You have to wait till the green bar got to the end, so telling you that you can play the game then. And nobody ever thought, like, why the fuck does the green bar have to load? Why can't the green bar just go to 100%? Why does it have to go to 1%, 2%, 3%? Why can't they just make the computer process it just to go to 100? Fucking stupid as fuck. Why is it even 100? Why is it not like 50% or 110? Like, what the fuck is it got it? So obviously it's fake. Obviously the whole fucking shit was made up. Yet they want to use their shit. Oh, download. No, I'm not part of the matrix. I'm trying to exit the matrix. But yeah, isn't the matrix? They say the matrix is a computer and shit. But yet they use term download. Say, what do you think is going to be the main? I don't know. What do you mean by main? Yeah. Man, this shit's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah. He's like, how's my breatharianism going? I don't call it breatharianism no more. It's not called breatharian. I don't call it nothing. At the end of the day, it's just me just doing my thing. I actually hate that word breatharian. I regret even using that word. There's no such thing as no breatharian. It's me just, it's you just fucking, cause see, that's another thing. Everybody, all these fucking terms like breatharianism, like that's something that they made up. There's no such thing as no breatharian. Like, why the fuck you even gotta call it that? If you don't eat, you don't eat. You don't call somebody who likes to eat who likes to eat steak every day or McDonald's every day. You don't call them anything but a fat ass. So, like, that's a fat ass right there. Somebody who steak every day or eats McDonald's every day. Somebody who doesn't eat all day, nigga, that's not no breatharian. Like, what the fuck is a breatharian? Because even when I go to these breatharians, right, and they'll be like, everybody's a breatharian because we all breathe air. And it's like, bitch, shut the fuck up with that. Because if you say everyone's a breatharian because we all breathe air, then why the fuck do you sit here and call yourself a breatharian and act like you're somebody special because you don't eat and you label that as breatharian? So obviously, nigga, not everyone's a breatharian. So they always like, we're all breatharians. We're all breatharians. If we're all breatharians, nigga, then why the fuck? And first of all, we're not all breatharians because some people, they can't breathe. So those people, they die. Or they have to be on inhale. They have to be on a fucking, what's it called? That shit they put you so you can breathe. They have like the little inhalers in the hospital. Like, so not everyone's a breatharian because not everyone breathes. But they like to sit there and say, "Oh, everyone's a breatharian." So I pretty much just be like, I'm not no breatharian. I'm not anything. Don't label me as any of that shit. At the end of the day, I don't eat. Plain and simple. And even when you look at the whole term breatharian, like most breatharians, they do eat, but they don't. They only eat out of pleasure, and they go years and years without eating. So it's not like you never eat or drink, or you can never eat or drink in your life. It's just a term that people made up so they can feel special, like they somebody, and they're really not. Because most, like I said at the comment a couple months ago, like most vegans and people who are on this breatharian shit, they're all retarded. Like 99% of them that I've seen are fucking retarded. They're dumb. And like, cause don't think like you not eating, cause they'll tell you like when you fast, you tap into some spiritual gifts and shit, and you do. But like I said, it depends on the spirit. Cause a lot of these people who are breatharians, they're fucking dumb. Like I was watching Ella Tom video, Ella Tom Elamine. That nigga's a fucking idiot. Uh, when it comes to breatharianism and him like talking about meditation and like Qigong and breatharianism, okay, you can learn something from him. But when it comes to like spirituality and talking about common sense, this nigga's still in the matrix. Like he's all talking about how eventually Elon Musk, and I think he quoted Elon Musk for some stupid shit, but he was like, eventually science has got to catch on to the fact that breatharianism is a real thing. And he always keeps talking about breatharianism in science like 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 it's something we should give a fuck about. Like, why do you give a fuck about some crackers in a goddamn in a playing with test tubes all day, acknowledging if you can eat or not eat? Like, who gives a shit? The only way I will want them to know that breatharianism is real is if they were gonna take on breatharianism to the point of starvation so they can just kill themselves. That's the only reason I will actually want them to practice breatharianism. Other than that, I can give a fuck if a stupid cracker in a fucking lab coat in a science lab is wants acknowledges breatharianism. I don't care unless it's for that fact. So he keeps bringing that up, and it made me. That's why I stopped watching this stupid ass fucking videos. I'm like, why the fuck you keep bringing this shit up? Like, no one cares about a science acknowledging breatharianism. Like, why do you even need to? And even then, like, what? First of all, everything needs to have a purpose and an end goal. Like, why are you being a breatharian? What does it make you do? Is it to help heal? Is it to help you heal other people? Because at the end of the day, I get where he's at because he actually does help people. So, but there's a lot of people who they just want to be this for like, there's no end goal to it. Like, what's the end goal? What's the reason? Like, or you just want to be one just to be one? And that's why like a lot of people like they don't end up taking it that far because they just look at it like it's something that's cool. Oh, I want to be able to not eat or whatever. And like, it's no meaning and no reason to it. So that's why I just stopped using that word breatharianism. By the way, have to call it anything. Like, because I was like, oh, I want to create a word. I don't got to create a word for it. Like, I used to be always like, oh, breatharian, I'm a breatharian. I used to like using the word. I don't even like using that word no more. I don't even tell people I don't even eat. Like, if I don't eat, I'm like, I don't even tell people I don't eat because who really gives a fuck? Because most people are retarded. Like, they'll sit there and be like, oh, you're a breatharian? How are you a breatharian? Like, why do you care, bitch? Like, you're not going to go and practice it. Like, you don't care. Like, you're going to go back and do the same shit. Like, it doesn't matter, bitch. Mind your business. Like I said, I'm wearing a time right now. Like, if it's not going to bring me nothing advancement, there's no point of talking about it. I'm not entertaining it. Like, why do you want to know if I'm a breatharian? If somebody asks, oh, you're a breatharian, why do you want to know I'm a breatharian? Are you going to practice it? If you're not going to practice it, then stop wasting my fucking time. If you want to talk to me about it, pay me some money or something, but don't talk to me about it like you actually give a shit. And then the next day, you're back to your same fucking square one. Doing the same shit you've been doing. Like, you're just wasting my time. That word breatharian is an ego. It's an egoic term. It's people who are in their fucking ego. They want to. They're not a full breatharian and they want to act like they are, or they are breatharian and then they want to be like, oh, I'm breatharian, I'm this, and like, nigga, no one gives a shit really. Then they do it for yourself. Like that's an egoic term people just use to make themselves feel better. They don't think that when you're breatharian, there's always like some, because most of the people I see that are breatharians, like they have mental illness. Like they're very, like you can just tell, like they're very like in their ego, or they're very have fucking problems. They're not. It has nothing to do with mental health. It can, and it usually should, but there's other things you have to. If you're a fucked up person, being breatharian is not going to help you. Fasting, you can't fast your way out of being a fucked up person. If anything, it'll make you an even more fucked up person because you're going to be actually more aware. So you're going to be able to be more expressive and be more on point and be more, project your bullshit much more with power because of, you see what I'm saying? Because you have more awareness. You can feel more. You can be aware more. But it doesn't mean you're aware of spirituality and gifts and all these good things. It could be you're aware of your bullshit, so you project it more. So like it could work in both. It could work either way depending on the person. Yeah, but I'm just really it'll probably be the last video I make in a while. I'll come back at you guys probably in a few. I don't know when, but yeah, it's probably gonna be the last video I make in a minute. Cause there's a lot of shit that I'm trying to get going. I'm not saying too much on here, but because there's things that I'm doing, but I don't want to say too much until things start really happening, and then I can get things rolling more. But I'm not gonna come up here. I'm not putting my business out here. I'm not talking about shit on here. I'm not doing nothing, saying anything on here because I don't know who's watching my channel, and it's not even that really. I don't really give a fuck because we already know these faggot ass niggas. They watch people and shit. But it's just a lot of people. There's no point really. I ain't getting paid from this. Like I have to remind, like I'm not getting paid for this shit. And all that say, oh well, you're helping people. Like shut the fuck up. There ain't nobody helping nobody really. All that, oh I'm helping people. You got to remember all of that shit comes from people who aren't helping people. Anybody who has to reiterate why they're doing something, they're not doing that. So you have people say, oh I'm doing this to help people. They're not helping people. I'm not saying there's people who aren't helping, but anybody who has to reiterate why they're doing something, they're not doing that. So anybody who has to keep reiterating, I'm helping people, most likely they're not helping people. Just like you have a fucking whole ass YouTube channel talking about fucking another man or another woman. Just like they have no creativity. All they have is talking about Nature Boy. All they have is talking about Young Pharaoh or talking about this YouTuber. And then you say, why the fuck are you doing that? They will always 100% of the time ask somebody who is so hell bent on destroying another YouTuber or another person and they're obsessed with them. And you say, why are you so obsessed with this person? Why are you talking about this person? 100% of the 110% of the fuck 150% of the time actually. These motherfuckers will tell you the reason why I'm doing this is to keep the people from being influenced from this person. And I'm looking at them like that doesn't make sense because what people are you trying to keep them from being influenced? First of all, these are grown ass men and women out here. The same grown ass men and women that you have to be 18 to buy a house and you get kicked out your parents' house. The same grown ass men and women that if you don't get a job, then you got to be homeless on the street. That same grown ass woman, you need to tell them who to not follow. And you can't say kids because you have to be over 18 to even watch 99% of the shit on YouTube. And if it's under 18, it has kids and you can't even comment on the bitch. So that's out the water. And if you say, oh, kids make fake accounts, well, that's the parents. Then that's in the parents' hand because they need to be watching their kids' platform and make sure their kids are on fucking fake accounts. So that's not my fault. I can cuss and say all this fuck shit I want. Ain't no kid gonna watch it because my shit's over 18. And if any kid does watch it, that's not my fault. That's the parents' fault. Because bitch, watch your fucking kid's shit. So now that leads me to say the only people that you're trying to keep, all these people that you're trying to take down, like Nature, like for example, there's some faggot ass nigga who make videos about Nature Boy and Young Pharaoh all day. This nigga sounds like a fucking you could tell this thing got bullied in high school or some shit. He sounds like a fucking weirdo. This nigga's like he's like 20 like 8, 29. This nigga sounds like he's like fucking 15. You can tell he got trauma and problems and his throat chakra all fucked up. So he used to project. So now he's making a video about like Young Pharaoh and all this other shit. His reason for making it is so he can keep the people safe. Like, bitch, nobody's safe. We got Jewish faggots running this world. We got social media. We got society at its all-time worst. Mental illness. Bitch, ain't nobody safe at this point. You ain't. If that's what you're doing, you failed, bitch. So that's out the water. And second, bitch, these are grown ass men and women, motherfucker. Like, who the fuck? Like, how you gonna say if you're that retarded or you need another grown ass man or woman, like who the fuck made you in charge to be the one to keep people like bitch, you don't got no credentials, you don't got shit, you just got a lot of trauma and triggers that this content creator pulled out of you and now you're hell bent on destroying them. So now that's all you got. So now you feel like you're supposed to be the master and the dictator of I'm trying to help people not be influenced by this. And like bitch, you're not doing shit. And these are grown ass men and women. That same grown ass man that you're trying to help not be influenced by Young Pharaoh or by whatever YouTuber that you think you're keeping them away from. That same person is a full ass grown man and woman. If they couldn't make rent, they will kick his ass on the street. But now when he's on social media, he's somehow a little chill child and Oh, he said you're an influencer. Like, that's all these Jewish people. They're fucking retarded. Like, I hate Jewish people. These dumbass niggas will say, oh, they'll look at an influencer, even if it's a fucking retarded ass gamer streamer who just streams Super Mario Kart all fucking day, like a bum ass nigga. They will look at him as, oh, he's an influencer. He can influence people. But yet, most of the people watching his channel are a bunch of fucking grown ass men and women. Maybe not, because maybe kids watch fucking the Mario Kart shit. But let's just say if you're cussing and you're swearing, your shit is over 18. So nobody under 18 can even access it. So at that point, who are you influencing? A bunch of how can you? It's funny how on social media you can treat people like children, but then in the real world you get treated like adult. If you don't pay rent, you get kicked out on the street. You get caught stealing, or you get caught doing a crime, they take you to jail. They don't care if you didn't know. Oh, I didn't know the law. I didn't read. They don't care. They take you to jail. But somehow when you go on social media, an influencer, because somehow you can get in trouble and go to jail or get demonetized because you said something, because you're an influencer, influencing a bunch of grown ass men and women who are whole ass grown ass men and women, and you're getting in trouble for saying the wrong thing because you're influencing them. That's some fucking retarded shit. Like, people forgetting, like, these are like, you'll have a financial channel talking about cryptocurrency, and then you'll have somebody say, oh, he's scamming people, he's misleading. He ain't scamming nobody. If your stupid ass is a grown ass man or woman, you want to give all your money and it's some fucking meme coin that they're gonna fucking rug pull and take all your life savings. If your stupid ass is dumb enough to fucking do that, then nigga, that's your dumb ass fault at the end of the day. Like, these are grown. How the hell are you a grown ass man or woman? I've seen it before. You're a grown ass man or woman. You were able to hustle up 30 grand from hustle. This fucking Nick, the average man or woman can't even hustle up that much money. They don't even have $1,000 in their bank account. But yet somehow you were able to manage to get 30 grand, but then somehow you were influenced to fall for a scam. And then now the person who influenced you is somehow liable, because I can understand if you stole your money, like credit card fraud or whatever. But if it's like some type of like fucking his course and you took it, you didn't get results, and then somebody makes a video, oh, he's scamming his influence, he's scamming his audience. Bitch, these audiences are grown ass men and women. Fucking dumbass nigga. Some of these men and women are able to get more done within this fucking system than the average person, but yet they're somehow a child when they get on the internet. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's just another reason for people to just critique and judge everyone and shit. Just that's because that's what the Jewish people promote, because there's no creativity. So what they have to do now is, like, the channels, they got people, because what it is, they get YouTubers, right? And if the YouTubers and the people that they promote, when they'll push views on a YouTuber. Let's just say you have a YouTuber who has 1 million subscribers. They promoted his channel. So once that YouTuber, he gets 1 million subscribers and he starts talking and singing in a different tone and going against what they promoted him for, then they have other YouTubers. These are what I call, like, I don't even know what to call these niggas. So, like, they critique people. Like, have you seen those channels where all they do is talk about a YouTuber, or they just go on different YouTube channels and, oh, look what this person did. Look what his person scammed. Look what this crime this person did. This person's his career's fell. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Like, those Jewish people because nobody gives a fuck. Those people that watch those type of channels, a lot of it is fake views, and they put them in the algorithm. So when somebody gets out of line, or when they want to defame somebody, the Jewish people can put views onto them to give them gas to talk about other people, to defame them and make them look like it's kind of like a way they attack people. That's what they do. So then you have those channels that all they do is just talk about another YouTuber, and then they think that they're somehow like that. They think that's creative. They think that's somehow they're doing something, and then they'll use that to talk down upon the defame somebody or to bring them down. And usually it doesn't work, because when you look at it in reality, because the way I can see it doesn't work, you'll see these same YouTubers that are getting defamed, when you see them in the real world, they get respect, they get love. People, oh, you're that person, they get dap, whatever. But when you're on the internet, that's all you see is hate. So don't get confused and think that just because a video has 100,000 views and somebody watched it of them talking about somebody else that, oh, everybody hates that. Don't get confused, because you got to remember what I said earlier in the video. Just because it has 100,000 views doesn't mean that it's authentic. First of all, it could be fake, and even if it isn't fake, there's people who actively are seeking to watch bullshit content. So it's like, I don't watch Barbie and Ken videos, so I would never click on a Barbie and Ken video. You won't. I'm sure there's nobody in your life but you can go with Barbie and Ken videos and you see 100,000 views. Why do you see that? Because there's 100,000 people within the world that like that shit. Obviously, it's a multi-billion-dollar brand, so there's got to be people. So, but in the real world, most people don't watch that shit. You can go right now, ask 10 people, you watch Barbie? Like, I don't watch that shit. But you go on the internet, you see it. It's because the internet is such a big place, and everybody can just gravitate to one place who's interested in it. So it makes it look like it's a big community, but it's not. So when you see a lot of people with a lot of that bullshit, it's not real. Don't think of it as it's a real community or it's real. It's just everybody watching that video are people who already hated that content creator. Like, you'll have somebody like, let's say, Cali Muscle, and then you have like somebody talking shit about him, say, oh, look what he did. He eats fruit, and fruit is, you need to eat meat, and say some dumb shit like that. And then you'll go on the page and there'll be a whole bunch of haters. But you got to remember, these people they always hated him. They never liked him. The people who actually fuck with him they're going to probably watch the video, but they're not going to comment. They're not going to even say anything, or they're just going to just whatever, like not even watch it. But the people who always hated him, even when he was eating meat, those are the ones commenting. So it's like, it's not like they're getting people who are don't think that they're getting people to turn against them. It's more like there's already a group of people and fake bots that already hated that person, and they're just using that energy to attack. It's not like everybody is against them. You see what I'm saying? Don't look at it like, oh, everybody is against them. It's already people that were already like that. It's like a lot of these people will sit there like, oh, this person's gay in Hollywood. Hollywood turned him out. Like, no, this nigga was already gay. Like, people forget, like, people had a life before. People had desires before the actual main thing happened. Always keep that in mind. If you hate somebody extremely bad, where you're on a troll video trolling and every day, you hated him before he was looked at as that. You hated him when he was on top. It's just now that you have an avenue to express your hatred. Because remember, I told you, most people are haters. Like a lot of people, when they'll see somebody successful doing good, they won't hate on them, because they're scared to be looked at as a hater, because it's gonna they don't want people to look at them like, oh, they don't want people to think I'm jealous and I hate them, so I'm just to pretend I like them. Oh, I'm proud for you. Shut the fuck up, you're not proud. But the moment that person has a scandal, he has a sex offense, or let's just say he gets caught for scamming, watch how everybody comes out, oh, fuck that nigga, he's a bitch. It's like, nigga, you're so upset over like something that didn't even happen to you. And it made me kind of scratch my head. I'm like, oh, I get it. You always hated him because he was successful and doing better than you, but you couldn't express it, because if you expressed it, it would have made you look like a hater. But now it's safe to express it because everybody's doing it, and he got caught for a scandal. So now you can say, I hate him because of the scandal, and not because of he was just successful and you just want to see somebody. You see what I'm saying? They just want to see somebody successful go down. So that's how demonic and toxic this fucking world is. And then they what pisses me off is they're like, oh, we're doing this to help people. We're doing this to keep, like, shut the fuck up, bitch. This world is far beyond getting help. This world, have you seen the world? Like, the average person is mentally ill. Ain't shit getting done on a social collective level. Things are getting worse. You got fucking people crying about the price of eggs, for crying out loud. If that doesn't tell you how mentally low people are, then that's a problem. If you complain about the price of goddamn anything right now, the same shit that you go and make yourself in your fucking own crib, you can go and make it yourself. You're complaining about, nigga, it just shows you how low the society is. Nigga, nobody has a solution for shit. Ain't nobody doing shit. Nobody knows to do shit, but it's wake up, go to work, and come home. And anybody that does something that's outside of that box, you want to find a reason to tear them down. Where in reality, you should be trying to, like, they're actually they're doing something that's closer to being in alignment with the energy than you. You're in the box. They're outside of it doing something, and then you want to hate them just because they made a little mistake. Bitch, everybody makes mistakes. But since you're a bum ass nigga who works at Walmart and you stock shelves, when you make a mistake, it's looked at as no one cares because you ain't shit. But when somebody who's in a high successful position trying to do something different, they make a mistake, you got to scrutinize it because somehow they're supposed to be perfect. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. That's what I'm saying. We live in a very toxic, demonic fucking world. This shithole. Like, ain't nobody can tell me shit, motherfuckers. And then they have the audacity to say we're doing this to help people when it's obviously that the world is far beyond getting fucking help. It's fucking dumbass shit. I seen some comment like it was like we need people like this. It was like somebody called it. We need people like this to keep the internet a safe place. And I'm like, I seen this shit recently. Like, bitch, the internet's never been a safe place. You fucking idiot. When has the internet been a safe place? The internet is actually one of the most dangerous. To be honest, the internet's starting to get as dangerous than the hood. At least because on the hood you'll say more so physical, but when it comes to mental level, the internet is actually fucking dangerous because it's causing a lot of mental illness. Look how people act. Look how society is. Like, this social media has connected people, disconnected people. They didn't connect people, they disconnected people. Even if you want to talk about just getting in the system, in the matrix, you see all these collaborations. They're all fake. The only reason somebody's collabing with somebody is so for money. Even when I see some of these collaborations and shit, you can just tell us about money. Like, you can tell, like, they don't fuck with that nigga. They're just there just to get money from them or whatever. Like, you can just see it in, like, that's something I don't like. Like, when I see like an energy where I could feel a person is like they're not showing their true colors. I'm the type of person who I will bring it out, not in a disrespectful way. I don't just disrespect, but I'll bring it out. Like if you're a fucked up person and you're trying to act nice, I'm gonna bring it out. Like, I'm gonna not say something to disrespect you, but I'm gonna just go off the normal. I'm gonna act off the rip, but not in a disrespectful way. I won't just be a say that I'm disrespectful, but I'll do it in a strategic way where I'm gonna show you that I don't give a fuck. And once you do that, you notice people they bring their guard down. Like, they'll get offended. Like, when you start being yourself and just start not giving a fuck, that offends people. You don't even have to talk shit. All you got to do is just be yourself around certain energy, and just pretty much just be yourself and just lay low, just have a nonchalant, I don't give a fuck energy, and that upsets people. And I'm like, why does that upset you? Because we're not doing nothing important. You're not important. You're not doing nothing important. So why does me not acting like a professional upset you? It just tells me how full of shit you are, how much you're in the program. I can see if it's like an interview and I'm trying to get a position, or I'm trying to make an impression, and I'm not acting professional. I can understand the guy like, oh, you're not fit for this. You're not fit for this position because you're not acting. I get it. But if we're in a position where nobody's doing nothing important and you're upset because I'm being myself, then that's when you're a fucking demon. That's when you're a piece of shit. Because what are you trying to uphold? You're trying to uphold a mental construct by this matrix that they told you to act like this, to act like a nigga. Fuck you. Fuck your matrix, you stupid bullshit ass. That's why I don't have respect for a lot of people in this world. Because it's all fake shit. And they have the audacity, oh, well, you're doing too much, or you're doing this, or you nigga, shut the fuck up. You ain't paying my motherfucking bills, bitch. Who the fuck are you? You're not doing shit for me. I don't give a fuck about you. Oh, your fucking kids. Shout out to Shy Native. Okay, this guy needs to be blocked and deleted. I put that nigga in timeout. I guess he got out of timeout, and they showed his comments. I'm like, nigga, I'm just blocking you. I'm tired of seeing your fucking name. Shit's crazy, man. I don't know, man. Like, that's why I gotta take a break from this social media shit, because this shit is really it's getting worse. Like, the feds, they flood this shit. with, just straight up bots and just ignorance. And I'm watching that. I was watching that nigga Dolo's channel. It was like it's like a week ago. I was watching this channel, and he was talking about how like people get lost in the mind and going to hell, and how like the mind is a construct. Like pretty much, he was like talking this shit. I'm like, if what this nigga is saying is true about the mind and people getting lost in their mind, and you meet your maker in your mind, like if what he's saying was true, like 99% of the world is going to hell. Like I'm starting to actually think that like it's a natural process for people to go to hell. And what he was saying was true. Like if you guys who watched this video, he was giving the rundown how like you go in your own mind, and that's really what going to hell is you meet your maker and whatever's on your mind, and when you die you go to whatever is on your mind. Like, if that what he was saying is true, it pretty much what he was saying was it's a natural process for every human being to go experience hell at some point. Like it's impossible to not get out of it. No, it's possible to get out of it, but it's impossible to never experience it, or damn near. Because everyone, like I look at my people, my family, people I know, people I see on a daily, but I'm like, everybody's fucking going to fucking like, it's just bad. Because people are lost in some bullshit mentally, and I'm like, God damn, man. Like a lot of people that are like, especially a lot of these MGTOWs, you see a lot of these people out here, like these MGTOWs and shit, and like they'd be like, oh, I can't wait to die so I can stop this suffering. And I'm like, no, motherfucker, like it's gonna get worse. Like the suffering after you die, if you're dying that mindset, is gonna actually get worse than the suffering here. That's why I'm telling you guys, you gotta get your shit right. Like, cause a lot of this shit, it makes sense. Cause if you look at, I don't just believe anything too. Like I look at evidence and like I see shit. Cause anything, like I believe anything in real life that you see and that you can experience, it that's the evidence. There's nothing that anything that's spiritual, that's connected after death or after life, that's spiritual or whatever you want to call spiritual, it's happening in life. Once you really understand that, then you realize there's no such thing as no, like when you hear all these people talk about, oh, we can never know this. No, motherfucker. Like it's this, it's the evidence is in front of you. It's like you guys just have to just look. Like anything that you can't explain and this evidence in front of you, you can't see in this third dimension, is not real after life. Like it's all this shit's all connected. There's no that's the scam that the scientists and all they wanted. That's a scam. Oh, we need evidence. We have to find the missing particle. We gotta find. No, it's like that's all bullshit. That's a scam. The evidence is here. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. It's like I asked you, how did you get it? It's like you're in the middle of Best Buy and you say, how do I get it? How did I get into this Best Buy? And I told you, like, you know how you got here because you're here. You obviously you walked through a door, you went to you drove here, you walked through a car. But if you don't remember, then that's on you. But you know, on a soul level, you know, because you're here. You can't not know. It's not like you just came out of thin air in that area. You obviously, in order for you to be in a Best Buy, first of all, somebody has to create the store Best Buy. Then once they create it, you have to actually say, I want to go there because they didn't build it around you. So for you to be in Best Buy and be like, how did I get here? Yeah, like you know how you got here. Even if you're drunk and you forgot, you know on a soul level, you just forgot. But you obviously you came in a car, you drove here, you walk here, you walk through the door. You can't get in Best Buy by just appearing. You have to walk through the door, come to the exit, or come from the ceiling. You have to enter the building. So you know you came in there through those ways. There's no other way. So look at life like that. You came here. You built this body, create this organ, so you know it how you got here. But you guys got lost in this science. They fucked everyone's mind up with this shit to make you think that, oh, we gotta find out how we got here and all these dumbass shit. But that's not how it works. You're here, so you know how you got here. You just forgot. You just been from all the bullshit but you know on a deep level. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be here. Why the fuck do you think you look the way you look? How come I don't look like you? We all look different. Why is you this color? Why is your lips shaped this way? Why is your all of that shit you created? Otherwise, we'll all look the same. Why do I look different than you? Why do you look different than that? Why do you like the shit that you like? Obviously, there's something that happened that made it like that. You created it. So it's like all the evidence is here. The mind is like it all. So yeah, social media worse than the street. Yeah, but this shit's crazy. But like I said, guys, this shit's crazy. This whole social media shit, it is getting out of hand. I feel like, but I feel like what's gonna happen one day is like, because this whole shit, it's gotta have to, something's gonna have to give one day. Where like, that's why like you guys are lucky that there's a lot of like society is full of idiots. You're lucky because all this trolling, all these people running their mouth. Imagine if we had like, that's why a lot of those like, imagine if we had a lot of people who are more intelligent, who knew how to hack and knew how to send this, work this shit, nigga. Like a lot of you niggas shit will be getting fucked up. That's why they have to. That's why they have to create the computers and the technology in a certain way to make it very hard to hack, because all this. That's why like you don't really see like when you see like shit like how like people get. You don't really hear about people getting their Instagram hacked or Facebook hacked. You hear about it, but it's not prevalent that much because a lot of people they create these things so it's hard to do, because based upon how the social media is and how much people run their fucking mouth, if they don't make it like that, everybody's shit will be getting hacked. So they have, it's not that they make it hard, it's just the technology that you need to really hack it, they don't release the technology, and they don't give you the proper education and knowledge on how to operate or create technology to do it. This is why they have the education system, because they don't want people to get too smart to outsmart the shit. So like you see what I'm saying? So they have to keep it dumbed down, because all these people running their mouth on here, nigga, like some they go like that's what they leaked that nigga, like I don't that's probably some Fed shit where they leak like the expenses of Kai Cenat. That was probably some Fed shit. But a lot of these motherfuckers like they don't, they have certain technology that they don't release. That's why like all the technology you see, it's shit technology. It's like even when you see like all the shit at Best Buy, all the shit at the stores, like that shit is weak ass technology, because they can't have the technology before they even release the technology. They have to test it and make sure like you can't reverse engineer it, or it's very hard, or they don't teach people. Because I remember I was watching this documentary like years ago, and then this African dude, it was this kid in Africa, he went into an electronic waste bin, and he built he needed to charge his cell phone, and he got like batteries or some shit. He did something where he, everything that was from electronic waste garbage, he was able to generate electricity, and fucking from like a potato or some device. It was all natural, and he was generating electricity, and it was charging his cell phone. I don't know. I don't think it was a potato. It was something else, but he was just able to do it. And I'm looking at him like, it's like you Americans be throwing away all your electronics when they don't work. Like if you knew how to take everything apart, you can create your own shit. But they don't teach people, and then they purposely make like they dumb down the technology. Like a lot of the phones and shit, they make them in a certain way where it's hard to do it, or they don't teach people how to do it. So like you can't use that shit for it. Like they don't want people like using it for it and hacking and doing all this other shit. But it's not like it's like it's not like people say, oh, it's hard to hack. It's not that it's hard. It's just you don't have the technology to do it. It's like somebody saying it's hard to dig 1,000-foot ditch, but they're trying to do it with their hands. But you can go get a construction thing and be able to dig like 2,000s in like 2 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not that it's hard, just you don't have the right technology. That's why like a lot of you guys say, oh, how do you hack this? The hack into a Facebook account. It's not that it's hard, it's just you don't have a strong enough computer, or you don't have a strong enough components to do it, because the computer, the shit you have is weak. So like you need like a lot of like a power. It's like trying to fucking break a brick wall with a fucking stick. Like your computer's a stick, and then the mainframe of like the fucking Facebook data is like a brick wall, and they only give you sticks, and it's impossible. It's like you need you gotta need like even to even do it, you gotta probably have like need hundreds of computers to even make a dent. Like that's why some of these hacks and some of these things, when people do it, they have to, most of the hack though is done by feds. Like when you see a lot of these hacking things, like Target got hacked to 10 million cards, that's some federal shit. That's not no, it's either a federal agent did it, or they allowed somebody to do it. Like they'll allow, like they have like the cartel members, they allow them to get high on drugs. They allow them to sell drugs, and shit, but they're just regular people. Like they have like hackers that they allow to do it, or they may give them some like they get some type of way to do it or some shit, or it's actual Fed that does it, and then like they're able to hack into it and release all the fucking credit cards and shit. That's all they do. Because even when you get your credit card missing and somebody takes money from your credit card account, you're like, how did they get my card? They got your information because it's on like a black market. All that information. And then they have all these skimming devices that they put on the internet. They allow people to do it. So because it's like they do that shit so they can steal your money. Because some of these feds, they actually do that to steal money, but then they masquerade to make it look like, oh, criminals are just doing it. Well, no, they're doing it as well. They even told you the Wells Fargo has stole all that money from those people's accounts, and they made those fake accounts. Like they show you that they do it. They steal accounts. It's all fake. That's why all these hacks mainly is by like, because I remember back in 2010, this is like back in I was living in Frisco. I was going to this fucking, it was like little tech school I was going to back in 2010. I didn't even want to go to. I just wanted to go just so I could live in the city and shit for a little bit and before they kicked me out. But I remember there was this guy, and I was trying to like get like credit cards on the internet so I can buy shit. And I got like a couple, but I had got some from this one dude. But then this one guy, I remember he wanted me to hack something for him. And he said, "Oh, I'll give you this credit card thing if you hack this thing for me." And this motherfucker, he made me do it, but he didn't want to get his IP address. But when I was young, so I didn't know. But he didn't want to have his IP address on there. He said he was gonna give me some. He didn't give me shit, but he's like, "Oh, can you do this for me?" And then he fucking what did he do? He had me go on like some website and he's like, "Do this." I don't remember what I did, but I remember I went to like, it was like a code. You know how like the code, like different like computer code, and he's like, "Delete this," and he copy and pasted something and he sent it to me. He's like, "Put this in this area," and then I had to like put like the fucking computer code. Like I had to delete certain codes, and or it was like a big paragraph of numbers and letters, and I had to delete a part of it and then insert this into it. And he had me do it, and then when I did it, it changed like the website or some shit. And he's like, "Oh, you just thank you, man." And he never hit me up, but I don't know what the fuck I did to that day. I don't think I did it. It was like because I was living in a dorm room setting, so it was like the IP for the dorm room. It wasn't like my place I was staying at. But I was like, "What the fuck?" Like he didn't give me the card, but like he said, "Oh, thank you. You just found you hacked something for me. Thank you, man." And he was like some type of like animal website for like or website. It's like some website. I don't know what the fuck it was. But he didn't give me my shit. And I just was like, I just never forgot about it. But when I was thinking about it a couple years ago, I'm like, this nigga made me hack some shit for him. Because I seen something. And I'm like, I was doing the same thing. I didn't know what he just was telling me, like, because it was like a big paragraph of numbers and letters. Like, go delete this and put this on here and do this for me. And he was all telling me what to do. And then after that, it changed. He said you changed the website or something. And then like I didn't even hear from him since. But it's like this shit was weird. But this was back in the day where the systems were a lot more like weaker than they are now. Yeah, he said he was gonna give me some car. He didn't give me shit. I was like, "Oh fuck you, nigga." Yeah, social media words reverse. Yeah, there are people that do know how to hack that shit though. But like they keep it on the they have to make it where like it doesn't get out of hand. Because if too many people know how to do it, then it's gonna fuck up their shit. That's what like if you think it's because it's really not hard to do it. Just you have to know how to do it, and the way you know how to do it is usually by figuring out somebody else who knows how to do it. And then like usually those type of people like they're hard really to find. They're on the down low, and then it's like and a lot of them are like federal agents. A lot of these people who because it's not even that the federal agents are hacking. It's just because hacking is what let's just say if I learned how to get beyond their system, that's hacking. But when the federal agents do it, that's not hacking. They're just it's like me lock picking my own house. Like I could lock pick my own house, but I could just have a key. Like they just have the key. It's not they're not hacking. A federal agent doesn't hack. They just have the fucking key. So because every piece of technology has a back door. They built the technology to have a back door in it. All the technology. Even like when you even like back in Windows 95 and all those old ass Windows, I believe that they have the same back door as they do now. Like back in like 96, they had Windows 95, but the same technology that they had then, they had now in order to spy on people and to get that backdoor information. So you could have been doing something on Windows 95 in 1996. They probably still have the data of what you were doing because they put the same technology into it. Just like when you have internet or internet access and you have Wi-Fi or some shit, or let's just say you call 911 and your phone has no service on it, but you could call 911, but you can't call your mom. But yet, how can I call 911, but I can't call my mother? Like, it's because it's just the phone is still there. The phone is just they turned that off because you didn't pay your bill. So it's kind of like that in all the technologies. It's all this shit, the same. This shit's all there. It's just they turn it off. So like the same technology back in Windows 95, they probably have a device where they can still track your computer, like they can track it right now. So it's all like in the fucking thing. Because all like anytime you're dealing with technology, you're dealing with their system. It's all their system. It's like so it's not safe. It's they can spy on it all the time, 24/7. They can get all the information and see what you did, even like shit that you record, delete, all that is it's on there 24/7. Like it's stored because there's data is unlimited. Like I don't know why people are the reason why people are surprised because they have you paying for data. Like oh, you got to pay $100 a month to have cloud service. So you think data is something that's limited, or you have an iPad with 1 terabyte. So you're programmed to think data is limited, but like data is infinite. So everything that you ever done, it just automatically stores. That's why like it's all. Honestly, you don't really trust the internet and shit, but. I connected one of my cards on PayPal saying people are why the fuck is this shit on my thing? I can't even read the comment because it's like okay, I don't know why the fuck did it do this? See what I'm talking about? They just put this stupid ass link on my fucking I fucking hate StreamYard, man. They fucked everything up. I connected one of my cards on PayPal saying people are stealing my card for telling me PayPal are stealing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because you can't be surprised by that shit because it's a credit card, like it's a debit card. Like anything you're dealing with their technology is compromised. So it's like you're not using it to be safe. You're using it just to operate within the system. So don't think your shit's safe like that. Don't like it's all. Because think about it, your shit's on a computer. The moment you put your credit card on a computer, anybody who has the power can see it. Really, like the moment your card's on a computer, they can easily take that information and put it on a dark website, and then people can buy your shit. Like let's just say you connect it on PayPal, they can easily hack PayPal, take all the data from all the PayPal accounts, and put it on a dark web. And then it gets sold on that website. So don't think that I have a password on PayPal. No, it's because there's different level of hack. Like usually this is why I say like a lot of the federal agents, what they do is they just take the information and they put it on there. They'll hack like a Target. Target got hacked and all these credit cards, and then they'll say that you change your card number because you may have got hacked. But even if you change it, it's still gonna get hacked again. But the thing is, though, there's so little people that are into this, into that thing. So not everyone's card is going to be used in a timely fashion. And plus, a lot of banks, they have a lot of security features that block that shit. So they have to do it just to offset it, like to make it. Because if it gets too out of hand and too rampant, then nobody would trust the system. So they have to do it in such a way where it's not too rampant or it's too much. Like they can't go overboard with shit. Because if it goes over, too many people start losing money too quickly, and it gets out of hand, and nobody would trust the system, and everyone will start complaining, and then so they have to do it like strategic. That's why they have like a lot of like every now and then they'll do those that's what they have like drug busts and shit and all that other crap, to make you think that they're doing something about it. Or like they'll have a scammer who's doing a bunch of credit cards and they'll let him ride for a little bit, and then they'll like bust them eventually just to make you look like, oh, just to like slow it down a bit so it doesn't get too much. But they created the problem to begin with. Yeah, it's fucking retarded. He said, I think it was a spiritual attack. I don't know. Yeah, most of them, they're out of the country. I'm saying they're out of the country. He's like, yeah, when you look at them, they're like from Ukraine, they'll be from Russia, they'll be from like Eastern Europe or like Thailand. You notice you don't see hackers in the US. They're out of the country. You notice that they're not in the US because you'll have some in the US, but very, very rare. Most, even when you look at a lot of these scammers when it comes to shit like that, like they're mainly in like UK, or they're not really in the US for the most part. They don't promote that shit. Even when they have the Chinese nationals, like they'll come over here and do like they had a gift card scam that was going on in like the area where I was living at, and like a lot of Chinese people will come over and they go to Target, and then they will manipulate the they'll do something to the gift card. And when you buy something on the gift card would transfer the money to their account. So like they put like a, I don't know what the fuck they did. They don't disclose how they do it, because even when I was watching one of the segments on that shit, they were like keeping information out because they don't want, because a lot of these people from China, they're more advanced. Like a lot of Chinese people, they will come to America because the American computer systems are very weak, and Americans are, you know how like people, they'll tell you that watch your purse, lock up your house. And there's certain things American people take precaution on to protect themselves from danger. But there's certain things we're still in the stone ages, like when it comes to computer hacking. Like, for example, a small business down the street, they may have a website. They may have the most top-notch security and cameras in their store, but then their website is very weak and they have a weak security. So people in the US don't really worry about security like that because we're in the US, but other countries, they have more knowledge and they have more access to it, because a lot of those Chinese people, they manufacture a lot of stuff in China. They build all your toys, they build all your shit. So they have factory, they even build anything you could think of Chinese people build. So those Chinese people, they build technologies that are like hacking tools, because a lot of them, they damn near can build anything. So they build devices and certain hacking things and programs in China, and then they come to America and they exploit the system here. And then like they'll like scam, do like a lot of computer stuff. So this is why you see like a lot of Chinese people come from China and they'll pull scams here, because it's so easy to exploit the system here. Like back in Korea, no, and they have a device in Korea where you can buy in Korea where you're able to shoot a thing on the wall and it picks up if there's a mini camera. Like there's little miniature cameras that people stick. This is not in America, because in like Korea or China, they have people who spy on people. So they have little tiny microscopic cameras you can't even see with the naked eye. So they have devices that they sell that can scan a whole room to pick up these little small cameras. They don't have that shit in America, because you don't even see small cameras in America, because their shit is a little bit more advanced. So that's why a lot of Chinese people, they'll come over here and exploit the system. Even like they even had like a thing where a bunch of like people, I forgot what country they came in, they were like put little small cameras in front of people's houses and would find out when they leave, and then they'll rob their house. And then they found out the cameras, the police have to find it. In their own country, they can get caught doing that shit because people are more savvy to that. American people in the US aren't really as savvy, because when it comes to that technology shit, as at least right now. So that's why they're able to come over here and do that type of shit and then get away with it for the most part. Like those Chinese people came in, they manipulated that Target gift card where when you, oh fuck, my shit's about to run out of batteries. They manipulated that gift card where they are able to, when you pay for the gift card, the yeah, I don't know. My shit ran out of batteries. I had to turn it back on. But yeah, yeah. But pretty much what I was saying, like when it comes to the U.S. though, they're like lacking behind in a lot of shit. So it's like it's just a whole different like world out there. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this live stream. It's getting kind of late. It's almost 3 hours, and yeah, I'm probably gonna be back on. I'll probably be back on soon. I'm gonna just there's a lot of shit I gotta get done, and I need to focus on, and I don't have time to really be on here and shit. It's not even I have time really. 'Cause I can make time for this shit, but I just want to focus on some other shit. And yeah, I probably get it because I want to be more productive and shit when I come on here, and I don't want to just keep coming on here. Cause it's really like shit. I'm just really getting fed up with this fucking reality, and I need to. I'm trying to create a situation where I don't have to deal with this shit no more. Like I don't have to like deal with it. Not saying I'm trying to run away from shit, because I already realized you can't do that. But like put myself in a situation where like mentally and physically I don't have to deal with this bullshit in the way I'm having to deal with it right now. Cause I'm really not feeling this shit right now. Like I just can't. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But I'm gonna be back on. I don't want to speak too much on here what I've got going on, but as time goes on and shit happens, like I'm gonna do more. But I am gonna be making that group, and that group is not. I'm not. That group is just for people who want to do like who are into fasting and healing and all that other shit. But that's it. I'm not gonna. I don't really give a fuck about that group getting blown up or anything. If anything, I don't want too many people in that group because most people aren't what I'm trying to have that group to be. Most people aren't on that level, and I'm not trying. I'm only trying to attract the. It's not about quantity; it's about quality. So I want to just keep it really small. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this live stream, and I'll be back with you guys a little later. Peace.